Hello there, welcome back to Super Saturday, Super Sara Saturday here on Crafters TV. We have got a masterclass for you now, and it is a back to basics masterclass. We have got 5 awesome collections for you, all at an awesome price. And the whole point of this show is that we're going to teach you. I said we. Sara's going to teach you. Sara, it's a pleasure to have you with us on a Saturday. What a treat this is. What a great masterclass we've got coming up.
I know, you're right. I'm going to teach you. Joe's going to gossip with you. But actually, Joe's role is really important because this show, we can make this whatever you want. So if there's one of these techniques that you want to learn in a bit more detail, you've got questions about, I've just been looking through on social media to see what everybody's asking. The questions you've already asked, I'm ready to go with. Anything else, I'm ready to take live. Basically, what we've done is, because it's a Saturday, Joe, we get hundreds of brand new people always join us on a weekend. What I thought we'd do is, instead of doing one masterclass, we would do 5 masterclasses, but just mini versions. So I teach you, for example, let me just show you. We're going to do a mini masterclass on double-sided dies. And we're going to learn how to do like these sort of techniques with your double-sided dies, or this sort of one. We're going to do a mini masterclass on foiling, and we're going to learn a little bit of foiling onto acetate. We're going to do some beautiful easel cards with some of your foiling too. I've got a mini masterclass on edgeables. So someone was asking about how to use the edgeables with acetate in their cards, so I've got that one. Somebody else was asking about the balloon one, so I've got that included in there. So we're going to do a mini masterclass on edgeables. Over here, Joe, you're going to see I've got a mini masterclass on our Aqua pens as well, and then also another mini masterclass on foiling. So 5 masterclasses all in one, and yes, each of these techniques I've personally done a whole 2-hour masterclass. So what we've done is I'm going to give you a little snippet. So you're going to get 20 minutes, half an hour or something on each of these to whet your appetite. And to go with said appetite whetting, we've got a nice just get yourself started kit. So £35 or $54, everything you need to start, whether it's with double-sided ties or flower forming or edgeables or aqua marking, whatever it is, we've got what you need to get started at a phenomenal price, and then you can learn the basics and then go off and watch the whole big masterclass. Does that all make sense? It's going to be a great show.
Absolutely. It does. And any questions you've got, I'm sure you'll have loads of questions as we go through. I'm also sure that loads of you are already absolutely nailing some of these techniques and have produced awesome results. We would love to see those. Send us some pictures. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you have to send those to. If you want to chat along with me, then absolutely you can in all the normal ways. Crafters TV across on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube, of course. I can see Jill's in from North Yorkshire, Felicia in Toledo, Ohio, and Laurie's in Ohio, Felicia and Laurie. Susan's in from California, Diane's in Arizona, Suzanne's in from Switzerland. Hello. I think we have a new country ticked off there. Such a pleasure to have your company, Suzanne. Tina's in from West Yorkshire. Sarah's in from South Yorkshire as well. Coney says, good morning, yo. A first time ever making it on time for a masterclass with Miss Sara nonetheless. Absolutely. Snaps to you, Coney. Pamela says as well, Sara, that headband is absolutely gorgeous. Right, I want to take you through the deals that you've got on this show that are going to go alongside these. The value that you've got on these are absolutely awesome. They're all the same price. They're the £35 or $54. Platinum members get them for £28 or $43.20. So that is what you've got. In here, what you've got is you've got your extra strong tape pen. Then you've got 3 of your double-sided dies. So you've got the Trio of Trees, the Floral Delights, and the Butterfly Kaleidoscope. And we're going to give you 2 packs of cardstock in there as well. We've also got a flower forming collection for you available as well. Now this is brilliant. It's your this one just here is your Learn to Flower Learn to Flower Form. There we go. You've got your floral bouquet in there, which is your stamens. You've got 3 die sets as well. So you've got your traditional rose, your foliage greens, and your floral bouquet. And then you also, the foam is the floral bouquet, and then you have the lily and the clover dies in there as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Right, we also will then be seeing a little later the aqua markers, and this is really a fantastic bundle because in here what you've got is you've got your aqua markers in there. Now you should be paying £22 or $29.95 just for the aqua markers on their own, so it's fantastic that you've got the rest of this in here as well because you're also getting watercolour card, rocker blocks, an ink pad, and a gorgeous Lee Holland stamp. You are my sunshine. All of that in there for you. Great savings on all of these as well. The last one we've got is your Learn Edgeables as well. The Learn Edgeables is a fantastic bundle. The value in here is awesome because you've got 3 edgeables in here. So you've got your balloon bouquet, your holly berries, and your thank you. You've also got the die brush tool, which is fantastic. Extra strong tape pen, 2 packs of your Centura Pearl, and then you've got 2 ink pads in here and a blending tool. I mean, that is really an awesome collection. If you've already got a die cutting machine, you're going to absolutely love using that. There is a foiling collection as well. I'll just show you a picture of that one for now. In the foiling collection, you're going to get the rose gold foil. You're going to get from the rose gold signature collection, the sparkle foil stamp die. Then you've also got the superstar and the papillon dies as well, which is fantastic. Now, make sure you are getting in touch with me. Please drop into, if you're over on Facebook, Crafters TV, drop into the Facebook chat there. If you are across on YouTube, then of course you want to search for Crafters Companion. Any questions that you get, drop them into the comments there. As I said, pictures, I'd love to see pictures. You can email those to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those to. But I think, Sara, we are ready for lesson 1 of 5. It's going to be a fun masterclass, this.
It is indeed, and what I'm hoping, and maybe I'm being a bit optimistic here, is that I can give you a bit of a demo and then we can come back and do a little bit more on it later. So for example, have to start with edgeables. It is the one, I love our edgeables. I love them, right? And I think this is a brilliant kind of card to get you started. Now with your edgeables, they all work in a really special way, and the great thing is once you've learnt the basics with this card, you could do this with any one of our edgeables at all, okay? Now if I show you that edgeable, and I've tried to pick, because these are starter kits, Joe, to get you going on something, right? I've tried to pick designs that are so usable, like a thank you with the words in, so many occasions, and then the balloons, again, anniversaries, birthday parties, kids, older people, everybody's sorted, all right? Now, for any one of you, for sort of the brand new people out there who don't know anything about edgeables. Let me show you how our edgeables work, okay? Because the idea is, here and here you can see where the cutting line starts. All underneath here cuts out, however, everything around the top doesn't. So everything around the top stays connected in your card, Joe. That is the really clever thing about how these all work. Now, I've just noticed with that one there, last time we had it out, we didn't pop the little bits out. So you just want to make sure all these little bits are popped out before you started. And what I'm going to do is to start with that very basic card, I'm just taking, so I've got a piece of card here, and we're going to do it, can you see, over the top of the card here. So we're going to cut it into the card. So this part here, I'm going to essentially cut the thank you into here, and I want this to all come away. So what you've got here is when I place this on the front there, and you can place it however far down you want, okay, but we place that on the front, from here to here is going to cut away. The thank you is going to stay connected. That's the whole trick behind how it works. Now, top tip, Joe, when you're using this, okay, I want you to hold this in place with a little bit of tape. Remember what I said, that this part's staying connected, so the part that is coming away is the part where you will want to apply the tape. And now I can take that and we can put that through your machine. Now, going right back to basics for anybody completely new, your sandwich that you're going to use is you're going to use this cut into your base plate. Then you're going to go with your clear. You're going to add in your magnetic, and you're going to add in your other top plate on here as well. And all of these dies we do at just less than 6 inches. And the reason we do them at just less than 6 inches is one of the most popular card sizes is your 6x6, like the one that we're doing here. But also it's going to work nicely on the side of a card. If you use your A4 cardstock to fold over, that's just less than 6 inches. So we make them that little bit just less. So can you see, we get this all cut out. Now, if you ever get this, can you see where just needs a little bit more cutting detail in the middle, right? All you're going to do at that stage, you're going to say, right, this is quite an intricate die. I'm going to add in my metal shim. So when you add your metal shim, you can either, watch this, this is clever this, wrap your card around the metal shim like this, okay? Or you can do it, because it's wide enough to go in, you could put it in like that. So because that's a little bit tight, I'm going to wrap mine around with this one. And it's just a great little tip that for if you're ever using cards like this. You know, you ever want to do a long, thin card and you're doing your Gemini Junior.
Is it safe to say, so that once you've mastered a technique with one edgeable, you can pretty much roll that out to all the other edgeables that we have available?
What I love is every edgeable works on every card, so they're all interchangeable. So this one card you can do. You could do this with every one of the edgeables. If you love the thank you that we've done here, for example, so if you have a look now, look, that has now cut an absolute dream, and we've protected the back of the cardstock. So that's how that kind of works there. So, but yes, Joe, you could take any one of these edgeable designs and interchange them with any one of the cards that I teach you, either on today's masterclass or on any other masterclass that we've done. Now, look at these here. All these little pieces are just going to pop out, but you can see how beautifully well that's cut and just how intricate that design is there. I mean, look how fabulous this looks here, really delicate.
I love that, really, really love it. These have been so popular as well. It's great that we've been able to include this die in this special offer, Sara, because I know how popular these modern word edgeables have been. Ange says, I love, love, love my edgeables. So versatile, makes my card look so fancy. Love that word, so fancy.
Right, are you ready to see how I'm going to kind of put the card together now?
Oh, yes, please.
This piece here that we've cut off, don't worry, because what you can do is you can actually use that. I've cut myself a little strip that came off the bottom, but I have cut a strip the same width as the card. Because watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a piece of acetate that I've cut to the same size. I'm going to use my dotty tape pen and my straight pen interchangeably. So can you see? I'm using the dotty tape pen behind these flowers here, right? And behind my thank you. I'm just seeing I've got the tiny little bit there still. And then I'm going to use the straight tape pen, Joe, all along this part here. Can you see? So we've got plenty in there. Now, if I take that, oh, where's the acetate gone? Here it is, right? I'm going to put this into place here. That is all lined up there. Then I've got that all stuck in perfectly, all right? So once you've got that in place, what you can then do is take this and stick this at the bottom, Joe, and I'm using the straight tape pen here, just to give it that extra little bit of strength. Because if we watch here, right, if we stand this up, yes, you've got the illusion and you've got the floating card. Actually, that's standing pretty well there because I've used a little bit of construction acetate. But if you want to kind of ground it and give it a little bit at the bottom, all I do is I then stick another piece of card across the bottom there like this, right? So that now gives it that little bit of strength. So now we have a gap in the middle as opposed to, and it's a little bit easier if you see it from the front. So you've got a gap in the middle there instead of having the kind of whole floating aspect.
Awesome. So, Pamela asks, has anyone ever thought about layering or stacking the edgeables?
Oh, I've seen some fabulous cards done like that. That's a brilliant idea.
Awesome.
I was trying to keep these quite simple today just because a lot of our new viewers kind of just wanted somewhere nice and easy to start. So I've got my nice basic card done there. Just to let you know what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to just take a little bit of ribbon and wrap this around. So a little bit of ribbon's kind of just going to wrap around the top bit here. Right. Oh, I didn't bend that there. It's all right. We'll stick that back into place. So that'll wrap around, Joe. And then this here will just pop into place across the top of there. Can you see? So we've got that in place there, and then I've tied a nice little bow. And the best thing to stick your bow down with is always a little bit of your hot glue.
Fabulous.
And then while I'm hot gluing it, I'm going to put some tiny little spots into some of these and just put on a couple of little gems to kind of finish this off, Joe.
Kay says, Joe, you sounded like you were straight from the south when you said fancy. You can be an honorary southerner. That means a lot. I'd love to be from the south. Can you imagine all that soul food and good music, Sara? Yes, please. The south, yeah, the southern states is what we're saying. Mary says, Mary's a newbie. So hi, newbie Mary.
Yay! This is what I mean. Weekend. We get loads of newbies on a weekend.
Do we love you? All of the newbies out there, we love you. Where are you watching from, Mary? I'd love to know. She says, could you also use a printed acetate if you wanted to, Sara?
Yes, absolutely. So if you want to use the printable acetate, just bear in mind it's not quite as strong as what the construction acetate is. That's why we have different acetates for different reasons, as it was. So I would just suggest definitely using your printable acetate, but you definitely want that base on there to give it a little bit. Now, how quick and easy was that? If you are a complete newbie, you just need a couple of our edgeables. Now, I'm going to come back later in the show and teach you. So that's up in the middle of a card. This one is if you want to go up the side of a card. So what I'll do is I'll teach you that technique when we come back a little bit later. And remember, I have done several masterclasses on our edgeable designs. So once you've got this starter kit, everything you need to get going, once you've got that home, then you can come back and you can watch all of the other techniques and tutorials we've done.
Awesome. Coney's asking, Sara, I've always wondered if in the sandwich order, can I put the cutting die face up on the magnetic shim so it holds the die in place? Will it damage the magnetic shim?
You know, bless you. So that is how we're supposed to use it. If you look in the instructions, that is how the instructions tell you to use it. The reason I always do it the other way is watch, if we're doing it like this, right? And I put this on there to hold it. You put your cardstock on or whatever, and then we put the top lid on, you can't see the die anymore. So the only reason I do it the way I do is because I'm so used to doing it so that you guys can see live on TV, oh, I lie this down, you can see where the die goes. So literally, we only do it this way so that you can see a little bit easier. The problem is, Joe, I'm so used to doing these for the camera that when I do these at home, I now do it the way that we do it for the camera, not the way that you would do it in the instruction booklet, if that makes sense. Either way, as long as you are cutting, as long as the cutting mark, once it's gone through the card, goes into one of these outer plates or the metal shim. What you never want to do is you never want to put it so that it's cutting into the metal shim, because if you do that, you will cut the magnetic mat. Right, okay. So you always have the cutting part going into these ones here, these or your metal one.
Awesome.
Hope that makes sense.
You'll have a lovely fridge magnet, but that's not what you're after, is it? Let's face it. Mary's watching from Ireland. Top of the morning to you, Mary. Penelope is talking about double-sided dies. We'll get to the double-sided die questions when we get to the double-sided dies, if that's all right. I want to share with you again the Edgeable collection, what is in there. So you've got in there, remember, the fantastic thank you die. And you've then got those holly berries in there as well. I mean, They are holly berries, 100%, and it could be made Christmassy, but I actually think with some spring colours, you could actually make that look quite spring or summery. And you're also going to get the balloon as well. Remember, different options of how you want to cut that into there. This one looks fabulous, paper piece back in the matte mirror card for those beautiful balloon bouquets. There's a wonderful one with 99 Luftballons in our German samples that always makes me chuckle looking at these. So grab that. Now what else you're getting in there is you're getting loads of other stuff in there as well. What you're going to receive in there is you're going to get 2 lots of our Centura Pearl. You're also going to get the dye brush there, 2 ink pads for you in there, an ink pad blending tool, and you're going to get as well the tape pen in there. So I mean, awesome bundle. All of that for £35 or $54 is a really, really awesome collection there. And if you've already got a die cutting machine, then you'll also pretty much be good to go, which is fantastic. Now, next. We have got some foiling items for you on the show. I want to show you these. I mean, this is a really gorgeous little combination here. So what you've got here is one of Sara's signature Rose Garden foiling dies there for you, and it's do more of what makes you sparkle. I think that's fabulous, isn't it? Love that one. I've also then got in this collection here the Superstar, which is one of our foil, stamp and cut dies, which is gorgeous. So that's going to create that kind of thing for you. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? And you've also got the Rose Gold foil in there. There's one extra element as well that I don't have a sample of that you're getting in there as well. You are going to get the Papillon border and corner included as well within there. So that is fantastic. Again, great value. The border and corner is that one that you can see just there. Right. Now, very, very busy. Something else that's been very busy over the last few days, actually, because remember, double points, and you get a bonus, 100 bonus points here as well, is our foil press. It is only available in the UK at the moment because you guys, on that warehouse clearance in the US, cleared us out. We're working hard to get it restocked. We will very, very soon. In fact, let's just share with you the features of the foil press. It really is a fantastic machine. And because it's a hot foiling system, it means that it will really elevate your projects, and they have such longevity. Here's all the details of the foil press.
The Gemini foil press has arrived. Professional and luxurious hot foil letterpress can now be achieved in your own home with our innovative foil press system. This clever machine has been designed with so many fabulous and unique features, and it really does take paper and mixed media crafting to an exciting new level. Delivering professional-looking foiling results using a hot press technique that ensures crisp, clean images. Perfect for stationery, invitations, party decorations, home decor, and so much more. The foil press is the only hot foiling system that uses a silicone plate, and we've created a plate that has edge-to-edge heat, so no matter where you place the dies, the heat will be the same. There are no cold spots or hot spots, just one consistent temperature, which again ensures perfectly foiled results every time you use it. Fast heat up reduces wait time, making projects faster to complete. The innovative foil stamp and cut dies allows you to do exactly that, creating professional quality hot stamping, and they work on everything from paper, fabric, cardstock to leather, vinyl, balsa wood and more. Don't waste any of your foil, as you can use the negative foil left over to create another project. With any machine that involves the use of heat, safety features are an absolute priority. The foil press has been fitted with a built-in cool-down feature that kicks in when the machine has been in use for a lengthy amount of time. There is also an automatic shut-off feature that will turn the machine off if the heated platform has been engaged for 25 minutes and not used. Everything needed comes in the box, including a handy manual which gives you all the time and temperature settings for the dies, so you can start foiling straight away. The Gemini foil press, made by crafters, for crafters.
Did you hear that? Perfect timing right there. Was that your foil press letting you know it was ready? Oh, brilliant.
I'm ready.
Betsy's saying she's definitely going to bookmark this show for future reference. What I would say is if you've got, maybe, you know what, Sarah? Maybe, you know, crafters, they're always like, they're always recruiting their mates to be crafters with them, aren't they?
Yep.
And this could be that show, because it is all like starter kits, and it's, you know, all sort of back to basic selections. This could be the one that you send to your friends that you've been eyeing to maybe join your little crafty family. So if you did want to send the video to anyone, if you're on Facebook, it's really easy. You just click share, and then you can send it via a direct message, and they would get a link to it, so they'll be able to come back and watch it. I'm sure you can do something on YouTube. I'm not as well versed in YouTube, I must say, but I'm sure you can share it there as well, just by clicking the share button and then copying the link and sending that. And remember, you can of course share this to your Facebook page if you want to come back and find it at a later date, which is fantastic. And Betsy's saying she's going to do exactly that. Right then, foiling, Sara. For me, foiling feels like one of those things that people think they have to be a really sort of like high-end crafter. You know, they have to have been doing it for years in order to get great results. But we know that's not the case, don't we?
No, to be honest, if you've got the foil press machine, probably what you need is just some little bits and pieces to get you really pushed on that journey. And the ones that I've chosen in this kit, brilliant, right? I've chosen, one of the key ones is this star. Now, Joe, I use this so often because it can be used in so many different ways. Now, I've gone with the star. I've then also gone with, so you've got a bit of a break. You've got the star, you've got a lovely border, so that's the papillon border. And then also you've got that lovely, like, star burst. Do more of what makes you sparkle. So in this set, you've got the actual sentiment, you've got the burst, you've got a border, you've got a star, and you've got the foil that you need to get going, okay? Now, I thought we'd go a little bit more advanced and go straight onto acetate with this
Fabulous.
one here, okay? So straight onto a little bit of acetate to show you how what could be a really quite simple card in the background with the addition of that foil just takes it onto that next level, okay? And I thought if you felt confident enough to foil onto acetate, that's it, you're going to be foiling onto all sorts. So look what I've done is, I've just got myself a piece of the acetate, and I've cut a piece of the foil all ready to go, right? So I've got a piece of the foil, and you need your piece of foil that is at least as big as what this is. Now, I always like to cut my pieces of foil a little bit bigger, Joe, because I like to foil the reverse, and we'll do that straight after. Sure, I've got some black card. We'll foil it onto the black, okay? Now, I've got my foil press over here, so I'll see if you can like zoom out so you can see my control panel a little bit more. In the instruction manual, it tells you for different kind of colours, for different types of materials. So for example, this is acetate, so I looked at acetate in the instruction booklet, and I had acetate and I had a medium-sized die. So for that, I need 15 seconds. So can you see, you press the up button until we get to 15. Oh, I've gone a bit high. 15 there, right? And I'm going right in the middle. Once you're in the middle, then press the start button. Now, I like to put the lid on to keep the heat in while we're going. Now, with this foil, Joe, it's brilliant because it's counterintuitive. You want to have it so that you can see the foil colour. However, you always lie it face down because you want the reverse of this colour, oh, it's ready, to then transfer. So can you see it goes, reverse of the colour goes onto there, so that you always see the silver. Then, oh, do you know, I've got so much static going on today, Joe.
You're electric, aren't you?
I tell you what, I am electric. Now, I'm going to position that right in the middle then, and put you right in the middle. I am proper staticky today. Right, don't do what I do, folks. It said 15 seconds. I faffed on for an extra 10 seconds. Don't do that. Try and be ready and not staticky on time, because what might happen is, if you leave it too long, you can overfoil, right? So hopefully mine won't have done here. Let's lift it up and have a little look. So when I peel this off here, right, you'll see my foil has just transferred perfectly onto the acetate. I've been lucky that I haven't got any overfoiling. That can happen when you take too long with the foil, right? Now, what I've got is, I've got that there. I've then got the rest of the card ready, because this was going to be like a foil plan as opposed to do much. Can you see, I've got the rest of this ready. That's going to go onto the back. So I'm just going to get these all ready, and I'm going to mount this first one onto the back. Now, here's how we do the front piece, because I've got this, and I want to put my acetate wrapped around this, right? So can you see, I'm going to have it, and I'm going to wrap this around. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use, Joe, I'm going to get my score master out, and I'm going to score up the sides to just fit this around perfectly.
Awesome. A lot of you talking away. Dale's loving your spring headband, Sara, which is brilliant. What I'd really love to show you quickly are all of the different materials that you can foil onto. So let me show you. I've got 2 boards here, and this gives you an idea, because I think sometimes we just think about being able to foil onto just cardstock, but there isn't. Let me just run you through the different ones you've got then. So I've got let me start with this one, because this one's a bit more exciting. So what I've got on here is I've got glitter material, faux leather, cotton, denim, vellum, craft metal, ribbon. I've got acetate on here as well, and then this one I've got black card, Centura, craft card, pattern paper, mirror card, watercolour, black card with metallic inks, and glitter card as well. You can foil onto all of those awesome surfaces. The versatility you've got is second to none with this system, isn't it, Sara?
Oh, honestly, Joe, it's incredible, and that. You've seen me do it onto acetate. I could have just as easily started with paper, but if you can see how easy it is on acetate, you can see how easy it is on all surfaces. Now, what I'm going to do is, while we're on there, I'm going to keep that getting warmed up. This, now, can you see, I put the score lines and I just cut a little bit extra off here, Joe.
Awesome.
So that is going to stick onto there like that. I have also just done, I've just used the die cut piece from the centre and I've just die cut star in the middle there. So if I just take that, we'll go right in the middle with that. Now, honestly, the best thing you could use around here is your red liner tape. I'm going to use our tape pen just because I'm being a little bit speedy. Should be totally fine, right? But you might want to think about doing it with your tape pen if you take a little bit more time. Sorry, your red liner tape, if you've got a bit more time than what we've got on the show. But if you look at that, I mean, that's stuck pretty well there. You can see I've done it, depending on how big you want your bow to be, is how much wider you put to the score line for this. So I've done it not too far at the score line. I'm putting that to there. And then watch what I'm doing, Joe. I'm getting that positioned into place. I can't press the whole thing down because this has got the little bump underneath. So I'm pressing that bit down there, and that gives me that lovely kind of board front. Love that. And then that is going to go onto the front of the card. I'm going to use a little bit of the hot glue gun just for speed.
Anne's asking about trimming down acetate. Do you use the guillotine or the paper trimmer when you do that?
I use our guillotine.
Do you?
I find the guillotine is brilliant for that. So let's have a look. I've used that on there so that is going to, I'm not worried about that ever coming about, you know, if someone puts this on top of the mantelpiece, Joe, it's terrible if you put it on top of the mantelpiece and maybe onto acetate, the adhesive is going to, you know, give over a little bit of time. That will not happen if you use your glue gun. So there was a nice quick card that we put together in literally just a few seconds. But what I'm going to do is, I did say we would warm the rest of this up. So watch what happens if I lie the rest of that foil on there, right? I've just, while you were chatting there, Joe, I just pulled out a little bit of silver mirror cardstock. So I'm showing you how you can transfer. This is me transferring the waste. So if I set us to a minute and press the start button, so I'm counting down from a minute there, and I'm going to lie this onto here. Now here's the difference though, right? That, if you think, when we put it through last time, what we did have in, I'm just going to hold this in place to keep that flat. What we had in was we had the dye. We don't have the dye now, Joe. So what you need to do is you need to put some shims in to make up for not having the dye. So when we say shims, we just mean basically another couple of other pieces of cardstock. So just get a couple of pieces of card, and you want your magnetic here, right? So you're going to have your cardstock you're going to foil onto. We're going to put another couple of pieces of cardstock on there, then your magnetic shim, and then you're going to put the top plate on. So I've got all that sandwich ready, and all we're doing is heating the actual foil to transfer the foil over there, right? So that we've got all that ready, and then we're going to send it through. So 5 seconds left to go. If I wait for that 5-second countdown, as soon as we hear the beep, watch what I do. I pull this towards me. Don't lift it up, pull it towards me, and then offer it through. Now, Craig is our crafty guru when it comes to everything foiling. Have you seen what we've done there? I put too many shims in, decided it's too thick. So it sends it back. Don't worry. All we'll say is, yep, I didn't need all of that cardstock in. So if we try and take a little bit of that out, now we'll send it through without. Now, how good is that the machine actually sensed that I'd put too much in and paused it and sent it through? It's got sensors for that, Joe. It's also got heat sensors built into it, which means that even though we're putting through a heated plate, we can't damage any of the internal workings of the machine. It's all this clever stuff in the Gemini that you won't even realise it's doing, that you don't know that we'd pre-thought about that. You just know you're going to get a great result. And then watch, when I peel this off now that all I'm doing is peeling the backing off. Can you see we haven't had full transfer down here, Joe? That's because it needs that extra little bit of pressure from the shim. So what I would say is, whereas I put 3 shims in, right? If you maybe just one shim or something, try with 1 shim, but you want the mix of that heat and pressure to transfer the waste. But when you transfer the waste, it will transfer all of this waste, because what you just want to be left with is a clean sheet here and all the rest of the transfer. So at least, do you know, it's quite nice sometimes, as ridiculous as this sounds, when everything doesn't go 100% to plan, I can explain to you why it is. You know, you saw we had to cut an extra shim out. Just get that balance. It's nice to see how the machine, thank you, it's ready, how the machine adjusts for you, and also what you can do to play about with adjusting that machine. So,
awesome.
Very quick lesson on foil press there, Joe.
Loads of questions.
You can go back and watch one of the half a dozen foil press masterclasses that we've got as well if you want to learn more.
Awesome. Well, okay, lots of questions coming in. Do we have to use a foil stamp die to foil, or could we use one of our regular dies? Teresa would like to know.
Oh, we absolutely could. Would you like me to show you that?
I think so, yeah.
Come on, right. Okay, let's just go for it now. I mean, this is why we're here to take questions live. Do you know what I've got? I've got the happy birthday. Right. Let's die cut the happy birthday. Right. Let me show you 2 different ways you can work here.
Oh,
right?
and I think I know what you're going to do, because the other one I love, Sarah. I think I know where we're going with this.
Right. Watch what we can do. We can either foil this, in fact, look, I can do it on just white paper. If you foil the die, let me show you what happens, right? If I just get yourself a little piece here, right? Might need a slightly bigger piece of foil here, Joe. Yes.
Does your foiled acetate have to be heat-resistant acetate, or can it be regular acetate?
No, that was regular acetate I used there. Right, I would say this is quite small, so I'm going to go put this on, and I'm going to go about 8 seconds, right? So 8 seconds. I'm going to pop this into place. We're going to then pop this on here. So bear in mind, it won't die cut, Joe. It's just going to foil the outline.
Okay.
So you can see what it would look like foiled as an outline. And I'll be really honest, folks, it's not going to look overly impressive, right? Because this is one of 2 ways I'm going to teach you how to do this, okay? So that is going to give me, I'm so impatient, I can't wait the 9 seconds. When I peel this off now, right, all it does is it gives me the outline of the foil balloons.
Could have its place in some projects, couldn't it?
And if I just show you, there we go, we can have a look on there. So there is the foil outline of the balloons, right? Your other option, Joe, is if I pop this into here, we'll start getting that warmed up. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to start warming my foil up on here. So you can start warming up there, nicely foil. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to pop this through my Gemini Mini, right? So I'm going to pre-die cut this first, right? So here we go. And I'm actually thinking ahead to another demo later, because I've seen somebody has commented and asked, how do you paper piece with the balloons?
Oh, fabulous.
And I hadn't planned, if you see this is my demo I've got for the balloons later. I hadn't planned to paper piece these balloons. However, wouldn't it be nice if they were copper foiled balloons, right? So now if I take this out, there's my die cut piece, right? So we can either foil this, or I'm thinking of foiling the balloons. So all I do now, Joe, is I pop these pieces that we have die cut onto here. So these are our paper pieced pieces that we're going to foil, so that when we come back to the edgeables later on in the show and do a little bit more, we're going to have pre-foiled designs, right? Now I do need the shim for this, so let's have a little look. I'm going to pop you onto there. I'm going to give you a minute's countdown. Reset 1 minute, perfect. I'm going to push me luck again. I'm going to try, let's just try with 1 shim this time. Now I do need to give that at least a good minute, Joe, because I want the foil nicely warmed through. So you give me a minute, I'll get myself tidied up, we'll come back, we'll do the foiling, we'll get ready, we'll do the edgeables later. I tell you what, it's like this spinning a load of plates, because we've got 5 mini masterclasses in one, and we're taking your questions live. I feel like you need your white coat back, Joe. You know, you used to do craft clinic.
Oh yes,
you used to have your
I can
white
probably
coat
fit in
and
it now as well.
Right, we need to find the white coat.
Where did it go to in the house? It's like moving studio is like moving house, isn't it, Sarah? There's things that just never get to see the light of day again. But yeah, I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, it's like a white lab coat. Some people's asking different questions. Anthony says, Sarah, I have a big shot. Could I use the foil press in my big shot?
No, so here's the thing, right? Because that big shot machine is not, I know that when we made the Gemini machine, I know it's beeped, I'm putting me thing on to give it a little bit more pressure, give it a bit longer. You can't overdo it when you're just foiling, not with the dye, right? Because there's nothing to overfoil, we want to transfer all the balloons. So the problem is, I don't know if your big shot has been fitted with heat sensors, because I don't know if Sizzix had the idea to develop the technology for foiling when they did, or anything heat, when they developed the big shot. Whereas we, on the other hand, knew that we wanted to go here. We couldn't get the technology right at the time, so we just built in the head. We paid the extra basically and put all the sensors and all the technology in the Gemini from the off, in the aspiration that that would work one day, and one day we got it working.
There we go. Lots of you still chatting away as well. Keep getting all your questions in. Please keep sending your pictures in as well. We love to see what you've been crafting with, don't we, Sarah?
Oh, always love to. Always love to. Right. So watch this. So when I peel this off now, right, this is what I was after for you before, folks.
Look at that.
You want this totally clear, because we only want, look at all these. These have all been individually foiled and made into copper balloons. So now all I have to do is find an extra piece of acetate. When we come back and do another Edgeable card later, we will put our paper piece for, so we'll answer that paper piece in question.
Indeed we can.
From, let's have a little look, paper piece in question. Yes, Penny Rendell said, Sarah, please could you show me how to paper piece the balloon Edgeable, please. I've tried using acetate, but it looked a bit messy on the back. I will teach you how to do that. Probably about half an hour. We need to get through all the other mini masterclass and we'll come back to that one.
Awesome. One more question then whilst we're here. Could you just give us quick rough measurements for that card, the size of the card and the acetate wrap that went round it, Sarah?
This one here?
Yes, please.
So let's have a look. So my actual outer finished card is just over 5.5 by 6.5.
Yep.
The little piece in the middle is 4.5 by about 5. And then I made the acetate 3/4 of it. For this sort of level of bow, you make the acetate 3/4 of an inch wider than this piece before you put the fold line. So whereas I said this was, what did I say it was? 4.5. So you need to score your acetate about 5.25. 5.25 in the middle, and then doesn't matter how big your flaps are. That makes sense?
That makes total sense. Thank you for that, Sarah. Right, I want to run you back through some of the awesome things you can get as part of the foiling bundle that we've got. Remember, all of the bundles are the same price. It doesn't matter what you're going for, you've got that same price. Remember, you've got double points across absolutely everything. So if you are new to us, and maybe this is what a great first-time purchase this would be from us here at Crafter's Companion, then these will be perfect. Remember, you are going to get double points, so make sure you sign up for Club Inspire, because Club Inspire is how you just get even more deals. You've got a lovely rose gold. Then we've got that beautiful star one there. You're also going to receive the foil, which is what you need, of course. Now remember, there is an extra element which I don't have a sample of, so it's that one just there. It's the papillon border and corner that you are getting there, which is absolutely awesome. Now we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Spectrum Noir. If you're new to us here at Crafters TV, Crafters Companion, Spectrum Noir is our range of all things inky and colouring. And we have something for absolutely everyone when it comes to colouring, whether it's pens, pencils, ink pads, pots, jars, sparkle, but we've got absolutely everything. So always go and have a look on the Spectrum Noir area of our website and have a look at all the products that we've got there. What I would also say as well, if you are new to us, every single Friday, 4 p.m. UK time, 11 a.m. East Coast time, we have Colour Me Happy, which is our destination colouring show. So make sure you go and have a look at that. Now, if you were a newbie to colouring, I think Aqua markers are great because the sheer amount of techniques that you can do with these is awesome. We're going to give you a 12-piece marker collection included, and these are the colours that you're going to receive in there. So it's your florals. You're going to get begonia, rose pink, blossom, marigold, jasmine, sunflower, meadow, bud green, leaf green, orchid, heather, and the wildflower. Look at how they beautifully wash out there, which is fantastic. Now, not only are you going to get that, we're going to give you a stamp. One of our most popular recent stamp launches was the Lee Holland stamp collection. Now, he's a really awesome illustrator based in London, and we've popped one of his stamps in there for you. Sarah's trying to track the stamp down for her next demonstration. Jake took it out of my packet and put it over there somewhere, so you must have it. Right, I'm going to also go and move on. It's like the wild stamp chase in here. You're also going to get some watercolour card, which is fantastic, which is our premium watercolour card, which is the perfect substrate for you to lay your colour down onto. You're going to get rocker blocks in here. Now, these are all about allowing you to get that clean, clear, crisp stamp every single time that you use it. And you're also going to get one of our finesse waterproof dye inks. Now, these guys are absolutely awesome. You can basically stamp this and pour water over it immediately and it does not move. They have been formulated to work with all of our water-based colouring mediums, which is fantastic. So please do take advantage of that deal. It's really awesome. I wanted to remind you of some of the other stuff that is on the show that's proving very busy as well. There are more options when it comes to the Aqua pens. Maybe you're thinking, do you know what? I've already got the starters, but I'd like to go for some of the other extra ones. And you can. The primary is available. It's this set here, 12-piece there for $22.99 or $29.95. You also have as well a nature collection here for you as well, which is brilliant. You've got a botanicals, so these are $12.99 and $17.95, these ones. We've also got the brights, which is a lovely, bright, bold pop of primary colour. And you've also got the earth tones as well in there, which is fantastic. I know Sarah's been over there waiting to do this demonstration for ages, so I better wrap this up. If you want to start chatting with us, then you can. Remember to drop into the comments. Keep getting your pictures in. I know we've got loads of them already. We will show you some, but please keep sending them in because we love to see what you've been up to as well. What else did we say, Sarah, as well? We said we'd like to see people's craft rooms, didn't we, in this show? Not maybe if you're a newbie, don't think that because you haven't got a craft room you can't send us in a picture. Your craft space, wherever you craft, whatever your sort of working setup is like, whether it's a dining table, whether it's a side table, whether you've got your own room or you're in a bedroom somewhere, please let us know. Take a little picture of it, send it to us at studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. If you want to send in your pictures, I'd love to see them. Lots of questions coming in already. Again, one more about the dye, last dye, Sarah. When using the balloon dye on the left side of the card, i.e. on a diorama, how do you get a neat finish as they are designed to the right-hand side, embossed detail? Would the left be debossed? I don't understand that. I hope you do.
Oh, yes. So basically, all of our edgeables are designed to cut down the right-hand side of your card because obviously the card opens that way. So what I would say is if you're ever doing this and you want them to be on the other side, you basically need to do, so can you see, you need to make the card inside out.
Right.
So you need to make your card inside out and then they're on the other side now. But can you see, they're asking, would it look dodgy debossed? Well, I don't think that looks too debossed dodgy.
I can't see any difference there.
No, so whereas so you just make the card basically and turn it inside out, if that helps.
Fantastic. I really do I hope that helps you. Right, Sarah, up next, Aqua, because I know of all of the ones that we do, these are one of your absolute favourites, aren't they, in our colouring ranges? And the boys love these as well, don't they?
Yes, so if you are a mum like me of small children and you want them to advance their colouring, but you don't want it to come at the expense of like a cream couch, for example. Let me tell you, my 3-year-old at the time decided he was going to colour in Mummy's cream couch. Luckily, I just zipped off all the covers and threw them in the washing machine, whereas had that been my alcohol-based markers or some of the cheap felted pens that he's got, it would never have come out. So they are water-based, so they're very kid-friendly as well. And I would say both of my kids are incredibly advanced in their colouring for their ages compared to what I see the other kids at school do. And I put that down to the fact that they have professional colouring tools. You know, they have, Charlie has the whole set of Aqua markers. He's now progressed onto the Aqua tri-blends.
Has he?
Our Oliver works with our regular tri-blends. You know, a 4- and 7-year-old, they do blended colouring as opposed to just plain colouring in. I mean, that is. I mean,
I struggle with the blended colouring. They'll probably put me to shame, Sarah.
They are pretty good. It's about having the right colouring medium. So this kit is brilliant to get you started. Now, the reason I've put the kit together, Joe, is because to get the best results, there are a few critical elements. For a start, you must have the right cardstock. You try doing watercolour onto a regular type of cardstock and it'll work, but it is so much easier when you do it onto watercolour, right? Then you want some proper inks, right? So what I've done is I've got I've chosen this stamp because the Lee Holland stamps are fabulous to colour with, but also they're all photopolymer, right? So I've taken that photopolymer and I've put that onto a rocker block. Now the rocker block, Joe, just guarantees that you get a perfect transfer of ink. Now you've got the large rocker blocks in your set. I've gone with the smaller one just because it's all I had here, right? But I think it's important. If you've got the large one, you can do any size at all. So then the next element is having the right ink. So you must have the Finesse waterproof dye ink. So we've put in your kit the Finesse waterproof, right? So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this and I'm going to go across the bottom. Let's have a little look here. Across the bottom like this, right? So you start on the heel. It's probably easier for you to see from the front, and we're going to rock basically from heel to toe, right? Now, can you see when we do that, not any of that stamp image is missing at all? And that's because your rocker blocks are all curved, Joe. So you're only transferring part, you've only got pressure on part of it at once. So that's what we're going to do with that. So that is basically to get the right thing to get started. You need watercolour cardstock, you need the right ink, you need the right stamps, and you need some of the rocker blocks.
Fabulous.
So that is everything we've basically put in the kit.
What a lovely care package for someone as well. So, because what you could do is you could pay for this. We'll send you the invoice.
Yes.
We could send them the product. Then you'll get the shipping notification when it's delivered. So as soon as it's delivered, you could then send them the link to the Colour Me Happy Aqua marker show, and you know that they're going to get the most out of it absolutely instantly.
Because this is a brilliant way to start. And the thing is, just to buy just the box of pens, and we've chosen the florals because that has then got basically a myriad of different colours. That'll be $22.99 on its own. So $29.95. So that is your high proportion of the kit. That is what you need. But we've basically given you all the rest because so many people only buy this box of pens. And whilst this is a brilliant box of pens, you get so much better results when you've got the right cardstock, the right ink, the rocker blocks to apply it with, and some nice stimps to colour in.
What would happen if we tried to use these pens on something like our Nina or a stamping card? Would it just not move in the same way,
Won't
Sarah?
move quite as easily.
Right.
I mean, just watch this. I'm going to start here with a little bit of yellow, for example, Joe, right? And I'm just going to pop in. So I've got a little bit there. I've actually used, let's have a look. So I've got put a little bit of green in there. And then I'm going to use the sunflower, and I'm going to blend that sunflower out from there. So we've got plenty of the yellow in here, all right?
Right, it looks great, just neat on the card, doesn't it?
It's perfect.
Could you actually just leave them like undiluted if you wanted to on a card?
Yep. So our Charlie uses all of his.
Oh, really?
Basically, he just uses them as felt tip pens.
Oh, wow, okay, I didn't know that.
Pens. And then I'm looking at this because I'm blending it. Can you see? You can't see the edge of where that blends out. Can you see? All we've done is a tiny little bit of colour and then drag that colour out. See, the same, I can come right under here now, Joe. Little bit of colour in those underneath ones here, right? And then you're just going to go around and we're going to drag all of that out. Now, that is about as much as what you can have from me, Joe. I'm going to go into my colouring corner.
That's it, you're off.
Because I'm about to colour in my little dragon. I'm going to do the little dragon in the red. Oh, can I just show you one quick technique before I do?
Yeah, please.
If you want a different colour, so for example, I want this to be orange, watch what I can do. I can put a bit of yellow down. This is the acetate that the stamps came off. I can put a bit of the red down that I'm going to use for my dragon. I can mix the two of them together, create a new shade of orange, and then use the orange for the centre part of my flower. So there is actually an orange in the kit, but if you didn't have an orange, because they're water-based, you can make all your own colours. So all I'm going to do now is exactly what you just said. I'm just going to come round, give him a little bit of colour around the edge, Joe, and then just blend that right out.
How fantastic. Crafty AJ, rocker blocks and stamps have just arrived. Just wow, they say. Hannah Hicks wants to see inside your crafting room, Sarah. I've seen inside Sarah's craft room. It's very neat because it has a lot of very well-engineered storage, doesn't it, Sarah?
Yes, and do you know what?
It's all like, to the naked eye, from the outside world, you look at it and think, oh, that's very minimalist. And then boom, you open the cupboards and it's all there, isn't it?
It's all there, ready to go. It's all I would say is, if you go, so a lot of my Instagram, if you go and watch the little videos that I do on Instagram or whatever, we record all of them at home. So you can see a little bit inside my craft room from there. Also, we've got a new product coming out. New product coming out in March, which I cannot possibly tell you about. Right?
Do I know about it?
Right. I don't actually know if you know about it. So
I don't get
it will be featuring on the HSN preview next
Oh,
week,
yeah,
right?
I know, but I can't say. Sorry, don't even ask me, guys.
Don't even ask him because you know what he's like, and then you don't want to get him into trouble, do you not? Because he will get into trouble if he shares that. And so there was a film crew at my house filming with said brand new exciting product.
That is very, very exciting.
On Tuesday this week, I wasn't there, right?
You weren't there?
No, because I'm not in this. We had to hire an actress.
Oh.
We had to hire an actress to come and be in our little film video. We hired said actress. She was paid in love and biscuits only.
Oh.
In other words, my mother-in-law. Got drafted in.
The lovely Val.
The lovely Val. She's very excited that she's going to be on TV in America.
How fabulous.
Yeah.
I'd be excited if I was going to be on TV in America. That is amazing. HSN preview as well. If people want to join us for that, we're very excited, aren't we, Sarah?
Yes, next week.
Next week. Stay tuned. It's my first day back, actually, so I'm really excited for that. How do you clean a photopolymer stamp? Tina would like to know.
Right, all I do is just use a little bit of basically soap and water. A little bit of soap or a baby wipe would absolutely work and do the
A baby
trick.
wipe, awesome.
And then do you know what I've just thought, Joe, which I've never told you here, right? I'm using now the very fine edge. You always see me using that brush edge, but look here, I'm able to get right into these little bits because I'm just using the little fine tip. So you've got the fine tip on one edge, and it feels really remiss of me that I haven't mentioned that to everybody. Fine tip on one edge, and then you can go and use, it's the same here, but I want to use the fine tip to go right down all of these little elements here with the yellow here.
Awesome. Oh, what I'd love to just quickly show you is I've got one board, Sarah, here that's got a load of different techniques on it, and it shows you some of the different things that you can do on these. So up here, what we've got, this is a resist technique. So this has been heat emboss and then inks over the top. Here we've got a white emboss drawn with clear sparkle, drawn out with a clear sparkle pen. This is a salt technique, which is incredible, next level, this one. Then you can actually use the pens to stamp with as well by colouring onto the stamps, and then we've got a stamp with a pen and then draw the colour out with the water. Oh, do you know what, Sarah?
Go on.
Have you planned to do that?
Which one?
The stamp with a pen and draw the water and draw it out with the water.
Well, I hadn't planned, but I can do anything you want, Joe. If that's what you want me to teach everybody, we can absolutely do. I'll be really honest as well. I was in my colouring comments. I wasn't even listening to what you've just said.
So when
if you've made a request.
So if I get the stamp, will you do the demo?
Yes.
All right, brilliant. So we'll go back to you then really quickly. I'll get the stamp. It's the one where you colour the stamp in with a pen, stamp it, and then just use your water brush to just wash it out, and you look like an artist. And all you've done is just stamped it out. It's incredible. Right, I'm going to get the stamp.
I can try and do that with your little dragon. We can try. I'll
with the dragon. All right, brilliant. Yeah, let's do it with the dragon then.
I'll do it with the little dragon.
Save me legs.
We can do anything here, Joe, can't we?
Fabulous. Very, very busy on this collection. Remember, £35 or $54. You get loads into there, which is fantastic. I love how much you love this, Sarah. I can just tell that you'd happily just spend the next hour just sat colouring these in.
The whole of the next hour colouring this in. I mean, I won't, but can you see how quick and easy we've been able to put that whole thing together? I've got that whole piece just coloured, and then actually all I've done is I've done one, this is what I did at home, where I've cut him out, right? So you've just watched me do all that, cut him out. And to make the card really quick and simple, all I've got is nice piece of backing paper here, right? And then I promise a little bit later in the show, I'll come back and show Joe's technique that he's asked me to do as well. So we've got that piece there. Then again, to make this stand up a little bit, I'm going to use my, do just use my glue gun here, just for speed.
We've got two different camps with the secrets, Sarah. I see you guys. Regina says, what's a new product, Joe? Tell the secret. And then Shadiah says, my Prince Joe, your lips are sealed because I don't want you to lose your job. So there's people, half of the audience are like, no, come on, let him be. And the other half are like, no, I want to know right now. What I would say is keep your eyes out for the brochure. Will be coming out the early part of the week, won't it, Sarah?
Yes,
all the secrets
you'll find
in there.
out everything then, and then, actually, no, I think you might not. I think what we'll do is we'll keep them pages out of the brochure so you can't find out until you tune in next Thursday live.
Ooh, that now we're
I'll
cooking.
be naughty.
You are so naughty. Right, that is awesome. I love that. Now, I'll just quickly recap what you've got in there. So you've got the floral, your floral aqua markers in there, and they're awesome. What you've got is begonia, rose pink, blossom, marigold, jasmine, sunflower, meadow, bud green, leaf green, orchid, heather, and this one here. I think my favourite is the wildflower in that colours. I just think it's so beautiful, that lovely purple tone that you've got in there. Now remember what else you're getting, because you are getting loads of stuff in here. I mean, it is everything you need to get going. All you need to get, guys, is a little paintbrush and a pot of water, and you are done. You're good to go. You've got your watercolour card. It's really important, if you are new to colouring, it's very, very important that you have the right cardstock to colour onto, because if you don't have the right cardstock, you're not going to get a great result. You've also got your waterproof ink pad. You've got your Lee Holland stamp, which you've just seen coloured up just there as well, which is brilliant. That is super cute. And Lee Holland was one of the most popular stamp launches we did, I would say, in 2020. You've got that in there, and you've got the rocker blocks included as well, which are going to give you that lovely, clean, clear, crisp stamp every single time you use it. Sarah, you look like a goddess, says Marilyn.
Is that because I've got my crown on? That's because later on in the show we're going to be doing some flower forming. So look at this. I'm actually going to be showing you. Oh, you can see it quite nicely from the overhead camera here, actually, even though you can then see my dodgy roots too. We're going to be doing some flower forming later on in the show with our introduction to flower forming kit as well. So I thought, how wonderful, I'll just wear my crown all morning.
Awesome.
All afternoon even, seeing as we're now like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Absolutely. Robbie's already ordered that, got that stamp on order, so she was really pleased that you showed us how we use that, which is brilliant, Sarah. Keep getting your questions in, keep getting pictures into us as well. Do you know what, Sarah? Should we have a look at some pictures that have been sent in?
Oh, yes, lovely.
Check this out. Paper piecing galore here.
Dale, I love. Now that is what we're going to be looking. Actually, look, Dale's done this gorgeous one. I love that with the pattern. Then the one with the beautiful balloons. That is what I'm going to be showing you when we come back to the Edgeables later.
I absolutely love that. Cheryl, our resident delivery driver from Niagara, sent us these in, which I think is lovely.
You see, Cheryl loves she loves the balloon Edgeables as well. Very popular dye, that one, which is why this is the thing. I've put the most popular pieces in those kits, Joe, to get you started.
Now look at Amanda Day, a daily subtle brag here. I love the strategic, very casual positioning of that apron there. Did you see it?
I love it. Now here, Amanda is a woman after my own heart. I love how she's got the iPad set up so that she can watch us on the iPad while she's in the craft room.
Perfect.
What I want to know is, where do you guys watch us? Are you watching us like on the iPad in your craft room? Who's got a TV on the in the craft room, and you can stream us on YouTube on the TV in the craft room? What do you watch us on? What device do you watch us on? Because I'll be honest, Joe, when I'm at home, I often watch it on my iPad. Or if I've got it on my phone, and then I do that thing where you put it from the phone to the TV until the kids then get the bleeper and turn it back over.
I've got a YouTube app on my TV, so I can do it like that. Sometimes if I get home and I've got it on, you know, like you're like, oh, it's got a notification. I'll just see what's happening for a second there, and then after a second you're like, okay, well I'm now going to watch the whole show. Then I'll throw it magic. I don't know how it works. My friend Lee set it up for me, but I just magically throw it onto the TV, which is fantastic. Pam, PPE Pam, who is a great friend of the show. Pam's going to be up with us in our Craft House show.
She is. I can't wait.
She's got loads of photos as well. She'll no doubt be rocking her homemade PPE for us as well, which is the sense of a lot of amusement for us and for Pam. So I look forward to seeing that later. Let's just take a moment. I want to give you a chance to get your baskets checked out. I also want to share with you as well. I know we've got a lot of new customers watching today. So I want to give you a chance to get your baskets checked out. But also, if you're not already familiar, then have a look at Club Inspire, because you're going to get loads of awesome benefits. And at the moment, it's double points this weekend.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club.
As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Make sure you join our fabulous club, that is Club Inspire. I got my Cheryl's mixed up, Sarah. I am sorry, Cheryl Vashuran lives in Alaska. It's the other Cheryl that is our delivery driver in Niagara. A lot of you letting me know how you watch as well. Sharon, she watches us in her craft room on TV and she comments and buys on the iPad. So she watches there and then she comments down here, which I think is fabulous. Up here for watching, down here for dancing.
Yes, I like it.
Lisa says, I normally watch you on YouTube, but just ran a bath, so I'm watching on my iPad in the bath. Lovely.
Hey,
I think I'm going to have a
fabulous.
bath tonight. I might crack the bath bombs out, light a few candles. It's going to be lush.
Ooh, yes. Do you know, that sounds wonderful. A bath for me is with 2 kids climbing all over the top because we have to get in the 3 of us. And so, yeah, bath for me. They're like distant memories, having a glass of wine.
A bath
and
on your own?
candles and a bath bomb or whatever. Oh yeah, it's just 2 boys now who we have to buy the sort of soap that they squirt each other with this.
What?
So it's the only way I can get them to really engage in the getting thoroughly washed is if we have like squirter soaps.
That sounds so much fun. I want squirty soap.
Fun for the kids, not that fun for me sitting in the bath. Yeah.
Keep sending you pictures, keep commenting with us as well. Keep letting us know how you watch us too. We're only halfway through this masterclass. I feel like we've learned so much already, Sarah, but we've got so much more to come.
I'm quite liking this idea of weekend masterclasses being a little bit of a taster masterclass of all sorts of stuff. If you missed us at the very beginning, I did explain to people that what the premise of this show is I've chosen 5 techniques. Now these are all techniques that I've done masterclasses on in the past. And bear in mind, those masterclasses still live on. So we're doing edgeables, we've got foiling, we've got your double-sided dies, we've got aqua markers, and we've also got flower forming, right? Now with each of these, I'm doing a little mini 15-20 minute masterclass to teach you the basics, but then we've got a kit to go with it for either £35, $54, really great price point on the starter kit, which gives you everything you need to get going. Then once you get that home, you can then watch the more advanced masterclass, learn more of the advanced techniques, and then choose where you want to take that craft from there onwards.
Fabulous. And remember, it's all over on the website for you. On the website is where you're going to find all the deals. craftscompanion.co.uk or .eu. Click the shop the show, it's all in there for you, and that's where of course you can watch and shop at the same time. The double-sided collection is where we're going next. I'm so glad that we've got this on like a taster masterclass, because I know there's some of you a bit apprehensive about double-sided dies, but I really want you to take the leap and invest, because I just know how much awesome craftability you get out of all of them. So here's the 3 that you're getting included, right? I can't believe I'm saying you're getting 3 double-sided dies for £35 or $54. It feels like masterclass with craft fault pricing again, Sarah. You've got the butterfly kaleidoscope in here, and you've got the trio of trees in here as well. So they're the 3 dies that you are getting, double-sided dies. The other one then, what else you're getting in here is you're getting your 2 different cardstock. So you're getting, it looks a bit clear. Let me just angle that forward so you can see. Look, there you go. It's a lovely lilac colour. You're getting the other one, which is the canary in there, and you're getting that dotty tape pen as well, which is just fantastic. So do grab that, £35, $54 if you wanted to go for those. People don't need to be scared of double-sided dies, Sarah, do they?
No, it's just a little bit different. It's all it is. It's just a little bit different. So I'm going to use the butterfly kaleidoscope. Here we go. Schmetterlinges Kaleidoskop.
Oh, yeah, Alice Clark.
Kaleidoskop. Kaleidoskop.
We love a Schmetterling, don't we?
He loves to. He's so cute when you see your Schmetterlings. Every time we get butterflies in there, I always laugh. I think our German customers, when they're watching, must absolutely be howling at you, Joe, right? So, can you see with this one, it shows you on the bottom, from one die, you get one side cuts out this, which looks a little bit boring on its own. However, that layers up behind this one so that you get this 3-dimensional look and effect, okay? Now, this die on its own, actually, you'll have the exact price on this, won't you?
I've got it just here.
And by the way, guys, the reason we've kept the double-sided plates out of this starter kit is because I know a lot of you have the double-sided plates. You've bought them. We've sold thousands and thousands and thousands of sets. And I know a lot of you aren't then making the leap to get some of the dies. So we've left the cutting plate. They're on a special offer. That's why it's on the bottom. So if this is your first time, you want what's on the side of the screen and what's on the bottom of the screen, because what's on the bottom of the screen is this. If you already have this, you just need the one that's on the side of the screen there.
£25 or $30 that die's worth on its own.
There you go. There you go. So just for this one alone. And bear in mind, you've got this. You've got one of the ones that's the all-over creator card. You've got another one that's the edgeable that's double-sided. And then you've also got the flower. So you've basically got all different types of our double-sideds. Now, I'm going to go with the yellow as the secondary layer. So I'm putting that yellow into the background. And then I'm going with the lilac on the front layer, and we've chosen complementary colours, all from the kit, Joe, all from the kit, right? So your die sandwiches between your 2 pieces of double-sided card. These then sandwich between, now look what I'm doing, I'm slightly tilting it and offsetting it so that you don't get too much of a big clunk through the machine all at once. So that's going to go in between these 2. That doesn't belong on there. That's my... That was off my last bit of packaging there, Joe. It's a good job I spotted that before I sent that through your machine. Then they are going to sandwich between your 2 outer cutting plates as well, right? So they sandwich between the 2 outer cutting plates, and then we're ready to go straight through the machine. So it's basically die in a sandwich of card in a sandwich of double-sided die plates sandwiched inside your regular plate. That's all you need to remember, is it's a sandwich in a sandwich in a sandwich, right? So when I take this out, right, there we go, it's done all that cutting for me, ready to go, and I'm going to lift this, there we go, I'm going to try and lift this in one go. There we go. And then these will all pop out, right? And then the same with this one here, Joe. I'm going to lift this off here, and I'm trying to do it to leave all of the pieces inside there. That's what I was trying to do a little bit more, so that it's a little bit easier. I do need to do a little bit of popping out, so I'm happy while we're popping to take any questions, Joe.
It is popping. It's popping off in the comments as well. Sheila says, I have a TV in my craft room and watch the shows on YouTube whilst I craft. Anne says I watch on the big TV, but I have my AirPods in and comment on Facebook on my phone. You've got like 3 different ways there.
Finding out how everybody does it. Oh, we should do a survey, shouldn't we? And then we can ask everybody how they do it.
Absolutely. Marilyn says, I'm on my iPhone and on YouTube to chat. Also got you on the big TV as well. All 3 ways, all at the same time. Laptop, a phone, YouTube to chat, and then on the all on together at the same time. Fred says at 5 a.m. it's a laptop while still in bed. Don't blame you there, Fred.
Don't blame you. Yeah.
John says, you're always on the big screen TV with the YouTube app on Roku, setting up the second bedroom as my craft room, and there will be a big screen there that will pivot so I can see whether I'm sewing or paper crafting.
Oh my word,
how fabulous is that?
I'm loving that. That's so organised.
I really want to get one of those big fancy stands. You know the ones the one that goes on the wall, Sarah, and then you pull it out and it twists so you can see it wherever you are. Yeah. I think that's what John's got. Love that. Lynn says I watch on my iPad when I'm at my craft table, but occasionally I watch on the big telly if I'm home alone or in my armchair. There you are. Loads of you still chatting away as well. Karen says, love flower forming. It comes out so wonderfully. I'm always surprised. Are we doing that next?
Doing that one after this double-sided die here, Joe.
Fantastic. Beth says she loves the double-sided dies. Nancy's loving the mini-sided masterclasses. She's never tried flower forming, but looking at that headband, she thinks she wants to give it a go now. Anne says, dipped my toe into the double-sided dies at Christmas and had a blast. They make such beautiful cards and they make them so easily. Yep. Sheila McCourty says, Sarah, I want to say thank you for the card you sent me from the show for my birthday. It showed up this week, now lives on the living room table. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Brilliant.
And I love it. How nice is that?
I love it when we hear back from people and find out like they received their cards. And do you know what I would say, folks? This is, you comment along in the shows, that's how you can be in with chance of winning things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do. What I would also say as well, don't forget we've got another fantastic show coming up later today. Myself and Sarah will be in the Craft House. PPE Pam, who is Pam Craven. You'll understand why we call her PPE Pam when you see the show. You'll need to tune in to find that out. From Berkshire, will be joining us. She's an absolute hoot. She is a hoot. I love it
when we have Pam on
She gets me in trouble a lot of the time. So that'll be happening. And then I'm up on my own at 7 p.m. and Sarah has cajoled me into doing a demo on the flower forming at 7. So I mean, you've got to tune in and see what could happen because all bets are off. Who knows what's going to happen?
All bets are off, and I'm going to be coaching him in the break so that he'll be perfect by the time we get to 7 o'clock. Now, Joe, this is why I've put a dotty tape pen in this kit, right? Because now what you need to do is you need to go all the way around here, right? All the way around here, getting your dotty tape pen everywhere. Now, if you used your regular tape pen, Joe, we'd basically have tape pen through all the gaps, which would look rubbish. Whereas I've just gone straight over the back there, not a single piece of tape pen to be seen. And then when this lines up on here, you will see this will now be absolutely, oh, here we go. Sarah wants to get this perfect. We're going to get this perfect, right. Can you see that goes all the way around the outside there and lines up perfectly and now makes that double layer, apart from the little bits I've missed there, now makes that double layer look fabulous. That is the difference. You could only ever achieve that. Well, you could achieve that with 2 dies, but then them 2 dies would cost more than this whole kit cost, right? That's the difference. And then watch what I'm going to do. I've done these. I'm going to layer this up on the white, and when you're doing your flat layering is when you can use your regular tape pen. So it just shows you a little bit for everything. And I've done loads of matting and layering to make my card look really professional, Joe.
I love it. I think it looks absolutely awesome. Everyone is agreeing with me in the comments as well. A lot of love for this project that you've done there, Sarah.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. You keep any more questions coming, folks, or anything else you want to see. We're still just past halfway through the show, so we've got loads of stuff to go. And do you know what? If you've got some of them pictures of people's
Oh yeah, let's do them.
If you want to show them, all I'm doing, folks, is matting and layering a little bit.
Cool. Okay, let's have a look at some of those awesome pictures then, because you guys have outdone yourself with your craft room pictures. Jenny Porter's sent this one in. I look like I'm telling someone off there in the background, don't I? My finger raised. That's so awesome.
Organised. So
such a lovely setup.
I love seeing. Oh, and look
this
all
is
of
Sarah's.
those tables.
Now that,
Sarah, love that one.
Isn't that? Let's just take a moment. That chair there, doesn't that look awesome? Love the chair.
Sarah had a lot more in her room. We just couldn't fit everything out. Now look at Liz's. I love it. Liz has done the same. She's put her Team Platinum out there as well. Love that, Liz.
That's
so
awesome.
I'll just say, anybody who's getting in, just getting going with us, just let us know. Let us know if you all received your Team Platinum.
Jenny, I love Jenny is a dining room crafter. I love how, look at that extension lead with all those plugs in it for the crafting. I absolutely love it.
Brilliant. Well, you know what you need, Jenny? You need one of the portable craft rooms that we do.
Indeed.
And then you could literally have everything in one place and just wheel it up to the dining room.
Absolutely, you could look at Kelly Wickoff. Isn't that amazing? Look,
Ooh,
so much awesome stuff in there.
Look, and then look at her with the 2 screens. She's got us up on the big TV. She's got us on the laptop, so you can get your ordering done while you're watching all your shows, isn't it? Isn't it brilliant?
Absolutely awesome. I love that. Yeah, keep getting your pictures to us. We'd love to see them. We love having a little glimpse inside your little crafty worlds, which is fantastic. Teresa's saying as well, I have a new love for double-sided dies. Well, you can love them, especially at this price. Remember, you'll get what you're getting in there. You're getting 3 of the dies, the tape pen, 2 packs of cardstock as well, and the actual butterfly die itself should be £25 or $30 anyway. So, I mean, you've got an incredible deal there on that.
Look at that, that's like half price. It should be $33.94. So basically, if you are anything from a bronze member upwards, it is better than half price if you're in the club.
Incredible.
Now look at that, right? Now, here we go. All I'm doing is I'm going to pop a little bit. You're going to learn how to do these bows on my Ultimate Masterclass later, by the way. So I'm going to pop that on the corner there. I've just kept the card really simple because to me the die is what's really clever with that. But all that matting and layering on the side I think makes it look super professional, Joe.
Yeah, I really love it. I think it's an awesome, awesome card, that one. Really, really lovely.
But
and
simple, really
you can
simple.
do that. You've got everything you need included there to do it. You know, that is all you have. Everything is from that collection, which is fantastic. Now, remember what you are getting in there. Let me just take you back through those dies that you're getting. So you're getting this one just here, which is the Floral Delight, which I think is just beautiful. The one that you've just seen Sara use, which is this one just here. And then you also got as well the balloons there, as the trees there, the trio of trees as well, which is fantastic. So do make sure you grab all of those, especially whilst they're on such an awesome deal. Sandra Dundas says, my Team Platinum lives in the lounge. No one gets in the craft room, so nobody would see it if it lived in there. I love that you've got it out and on show. Marion says, Sara, it was my birthday yesterday. I mean, it would be amazing to receive a Sara card. As you're such a celebrity, apparently.
Oh, well,
yeah. Well, you are a celebrity.
Maybe we might give some cards away later in the show, then stay tuned and we might just do that.
There you are, Marilyn. So, yeah, lots of you still shopping away with us, which is wonderful. Let's just recap some of the stuff that you've seen already, because it is very busy. A lot of you asking about those previous deals. Here's the foiling one for you. So you've got something from the Rose Gold Signature Collection in there. You've also got the star. You've got the border and the border on the corner, and you've also got your foil in there, £35 or $54. This is brilliant. I love this as a great care package, this one, because you've got everything in there you need. What you've got is you've got your aqua markers, you've got your watercolour cardstock, your rocker blocks, and your Lee Holland stamp as well. Here is your edgeables. Again, look at the size of that collection. I know that those ink pads alone are worth £10. So you've got 3 of the edgeables in here. You've got 2 of the ink pads. You've got the tape runner, the brush and die tool, the blender, and you've got those 2 paper packs or cardstock packs within there as well, which is awesome sauce. Value for money, as the lovely Ray would say. We're going to look next at the flower forming kit, which is this one just here. Now, there is loads in this kit for you, which I think is absolutely awesome. So what you're going to receive in here is you're going to get 2 sets of our flower forming foam in here, which is brilliant. Now, the great thing about our flower forming foam is the fact that it has that heat set foam, so it means that it really keeps its form, which is brilliant. You're also going to get 3 of our brilliant die sets, in fact, and you're going to get your stamens in there as well. So 2 sets of the foam, your dies, and then the stamens in there as well. £35 or $54. I know Sara is going to get herself set up ready for a demonstration with this. Whilst you check out your baskets or you get yourself ready to craft along with us, why don't I share with you all the details of how you can watch and shop at the same time. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. We do indeed create every single day for you here at Crafty TV. Loads of you are chatting away and saying hi. Candace says hi from Western Nebraska. Love the double-sided ties. Quick, beautiful cuts. I don't know where Nebraska is. Is it in like the top left? Top middle, okay. Yolanda saying I received my apron in December. I love it. Hannah Hicks says, wearing my apron now. Wish I could wear it all the time. It's fab. Why can't you wear it all the time? Do you know what? If you want to go down to the grocery store in your Team Platinum apron, you do it. Don't dim your light for anyone. You get out and about in your apron if that's what makes you happy. That's what I say. Don't you agree, Sara?
I couldn't agree more.
Awesome. Regina says, I love the chat on YouTube. You can just be yourself and not be judged. That's what we're all about. It's a judgment-free situation. Unless you're putting baked beans on your Weetabix, which was something they discussed in the week, based over on the Wake Up Call with Craig. Weetabix, baked beans on Weetabix. Have you seen that?
What? No.
I know. Absolute nonsense. Janine says, seeing as I am in Australia, it's 1:17 a.m. I'm watching you on my tablet in bed. Janine, whereabouts are you in Australia? Do you know what? We're having we're getting a lot of new Australian viewers at the moment, you know. Wow. Loads of them.
Yeah, we're just so cool, aren't we? Down with the kids wherever we are in the world.
We've got Perth, Adelaide, Melbourne. We just need to get Brisbane in the house and Darwin, and then we've got all the states covered pretty much. Urana says, Sara, do you have plans to sell the colour foam set in individual colour sets? Great question about the flower forming there, Sara.
Do you know, it is a good set, and we've just never done that, so we can absolutely look into that. If that's something that you guys would want, we can absolutely explore that.
Awesome. Keep getting your questions in, keep sending your pictures in to me. But for now, Sara, I think we're all very much looking forward to this next little mini masterclass.
It is, and this kit, brilliant. At this price point and value. Now, I'm going to just show you how to do these. We're going very, very basic. And you can go and watch. Joe and I did a whole craft vault on flower forming. So if you want to stock up on more of the foam, more of the stamens, you can absolutely go and do that. But look at these here. So what I'm going to start is, I'm going to show you how to do like these yellow flowers here, and how we can get like a little display of flowers like this. And then also, I'll show you how we can start and do some of these style of flowers. And then you can go back and watch. I did some cuppy flowers this morning on Craft Vault, so you can go back and watch Craft Vault for that. Or you can, basically I've done a whole flower forming masterclass. So, what I would say is your Gemini Mini is an absolutely brilliant addition for any of you doing flower forming, right? And did you know, by the way, that your Gemini Mini plates, you can use them either, you can turn them inside out if you want. So if you go and have a little look on Craft Vault from earlier today, we've got that in the show, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with, get a little bit of the yellow foam. So you get this 7-piece foam collection in the kit to get you started. I find that each of these, because they're 9 inches by 12 inches, basically you fold that into 3 and you've got something that's 3 inches wide. Now if I show you some of the dies that we've got in the kit, this one here, I love this. It's a brilliant one for some nice kind of simple flowers to get you started. So, and then because this is a starter kit, this is what I've done with this one, Joe. I've got simple ones to get you started. So watch, I'm going to take that and cut it on there, and I'm going to cut this next size one underneath it. Just be careful they don't go over top of each other, Joe, as we put them through. And then you can just wind them through your mini. And you can get multiple layers. Now I'm going to cut a whole piece of yellow foam in these flowers here, just as like a nice kind of get me started, so that then we can do a couple of different flowers with them.
It says, I've found my people. Crafters Companion are a special group. We should call them our purple people, shouldn't we? That's what I love.
Purple people.
Yeah. That's what I call them.
I'm totally up for that.
Cherie is in Brisbane. We've already got someone in Brisbane.
Oh, there you go, you see, guys.
G'day, Cherie.
This is why Joe loves it when you actually come and talk to us, because then he gets to learn where everybody's from.
I absolutely do. I do love it. We've got a Swiss viewer with us in the show earlier today as well.
Oh, yes, I saw those comments.
A new country for us. Where did I have? We've recently had India, Thailand. We need to tick off some more of the South American countries, I think, Sara. That's what we need. South and Middle America. They're the ones we need to tick off the list.
Right, here we go. So what I've got here is you've got all of these. Now, can you see, Joe, what's special about these flowers as we make them is we basically leave you a nice big hole in the middle, and that's for you to thread your stamens through. So if I want to start on some nice simple flowers, first thing you should do is always get your stamens ready. So when I say ready, I've put like a little group of stamens and I've twisted a little bit of wire around them. So I've done a couple of different ones, and again, you've got stamens in the kit to get you started, Joe. But then if you want to go and stock up, go and have a look on that flower forming craft vault that we did earlier today, because we've got bumper kits to get you started and stocked up on way more stamens or foam if you want to get more of either of those.
Fabulous. Janine's come back to me. She lives in Dubbo, New South Wales. That's where she lives, which is just outside Australia. One of my favourite. Can I tell you my favourite saying?
Just outside Australia.
Oh no, that's not what I mean.
Australia?
She lives in New South Wales, which is a state in which Sydney is in. That's what I was meant to say. Sorry. Can I say, you know, if someone's a bit highly strung, what you say about them in Australia?
What?
She's got a few dingoes loose in the top paddock.
She's got what?
Got a few dingoes loose in the top paddock. What a great saying.
I'm going to learn that one.
Got a few dingoes
loose
in the top paddock.
In the top paddock.
Yeah.
Right. Highly struck. Got a few dingoes loose in the top paddock. I need to learn that accent.
It's a good one, isn't it? You can have that one.
Brilliant. Right. Are you ready? What we're going to do is we're going to take some of these flowers and I'm just going to heat them a little bit, Joe, right? So I've got the home iron. This is just a regular iron from home. It's not a one that's specifically for flower making. It's not a craft one. It's a one that I was used to iron my clothes with back when we used to iron clothes at home. Don't iron them. Now the kids aren't going to school. We don't have to iron the kids' school shirts. There's no ironing goes on in our house at the moment. But a regular home iron, okay? You're going to take your flower forming. I put the foam underneath so I can drop it on, and I like to use our ball tools. And I just pop this on here. And you're just shaping it a little bit, and then once we get to this stage, make sure you open those petals, and you're going to basically form those petals into the shape that you want them, right? You don't want them to just drop. Watch here, I'll do a one that we just let drop, Joe, so that you can kind of see. So if I just heat this, right, and then say, right, we've heated it now, we'll let it drop. Right, we'll just leave it like that. That's what you don't do, but I'll leave it just to show you how it takes shape. So again, I'm just all of these, and as long as we get it nice and hot, once it's hot, you're putting it into place there, and I'm making sure that all these petals are just nicely opened out and nicely shaped however I want them to be shaped. And you've got plenty of time to shape them, right? So now I've got a couple of those that are beautifully shaped, and we can start and put them together. I think I might do one slightly, let's have another look here, let's do another slightly smaller one, and we can do this. Get this one on here. So I think 3 is quite nice, right? So again, I'm opening this out and just getting all these into place.
Which wire would you recommend for the stamens, Sarah, is what Teresa's asking.
Right, so I like a 28 gauge flower floristry wire.
Okay.
Is what I like. I also sometimes use a little bit of the jewellery wire, but I find the floristry wire is a little bit more pliable. Now, these are beautifully shaped petals. I'm so static today, it's unreal. And if you look at them next to each other, right, that if you just cut it out of paper, that is the look that you're going to get, right? By using a bit of foam, these are the looks. Have a little look up close, right? So this is just, if you've done it out of paper, this is all you're going to get. Soon as you start and do it, I'll let you have a little look from the front. I think it looks really nice from the front, right? So as soon as you put a bit of heat on, can you see the colour intensifies as well? The colour intensifies, and these are now shaped like that. So they're going to stay like that, whereas if you did it in paper, this is the best you would ever get. The foam, it's so boring in comparison, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take, so we're going to go with different types. You can either put them together upside down and have them as like cuppy ones. I'm going to do that first, or you can do them the other way open as bubbles. So into the middle.
So if it's a cuppy way, they curl up. If it's a bubble one, they curl away, do they?
They curl away. So there you
I'm
go.
saying this so it goes in my head for later, by the way.
Joe's been going through all of this with me because he's been practicing ready for these 7 o'clock show tonight. So
could be fun.
Feeding that through there. Then I'm taking this one here, feeding this through the middle, right? And then once we're there, look, you can just move these around because I want the petals all to be going in between.
If you had them all together, it could almost be a bit like a buttercup, couldn't it?
Oh, I like that idea. And bear in mind, I've used the larger one, so you could absolutely use the smaller ones here a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave that so that the heat settles there. Let's do look, I've got some other colours cut out. Do you want to see some of the other things we could do?
Yes,
Let's have a little
please.
look. Have I got a little bit right? So if you want to ink these up, I've got some of the blue ones now that I've done, right? And I'm going to get a little bit of the blue out here, and I'm going to just get one of our little finger daubers, Joe, so that I can just add a little bit of colour into the middle here. So water reactive, right? Water reactive, and a little bit of colour into the centre of these. And it's up to you. I've gone with a really dark blue there because it's all that was kind of in the middle of here.
You could make them into bluebells, couldn't you, as well, if you wanted to?
Oh, that's nice. I like that idea.
Can you use any of your ink
bottom
pads on them, Sarah, or does it have to be the water reactive?
You can. I find the water reactive are just easier to work with, but you can use any of your ink pads on them whatsoever. There you go. And then I'm going to do the same again now with a little bit of blue, and I'll do these. I think I might do them the same way again. Yeah, go on. Go on, I'll take any questions while you're going as well.
Awesome. Fran says, Fran, I don't know what happened there. Fran says, I'm in a very strange mood today, I'm sorry. I'm a bit tired, I think I'm a little bit on the tired side today, Sarah, so this is manifesting itself in strange ways. Fran says, I wonder if you could make crepe paper flowers using the dyes.
Crepe paper flowers? Do you know, I've never had a go with crepe paper. I know it's a big technique. I've just never personally tried it myself. I didn't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to.
How about making, just really nice, just putting like layers and layers and layers of tissue paper through with the dyes, and then just scattering the tissue in like boxes and stuff. You know, so you've got lovely like petal-shaped bits of tissues. I think crepe paper and tissue is very similar from what I gather.
Very similar, yep.
Can you use the dyes with regular cardstock? Alicia wants to know.
Yes, they are. Guys, they are absolutely regular dyes. They're just the sort of dyes. By the way, I'm just cleaning my iron up here as we go on. So yes, you can do that, and then you could shape them with a ball tool as well if you want to, so you can get loads more use out of them.
Fabulous.
Right, let's have a little look here. So should we do do you want to do a bubble one this time?
Yes, please.
Right, so if I take these, so now I've turned them upside down, so whereas this made into like a cup, I do quite like the idea of these being a cup as well.
These look like the little flowers that grow in the up the sides of your garden, don't they? You know, in your beds in your garden. I can't think. Look, I'm so bad with flower names, Sarah. But they do look very familiar.
From your flower beds. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, of course you can. Oh, look, let's have a look. I've missed that one. There we go. And then once you've got them, I'm going to do the same again. Just feed that right through the middle. Once you've got that through, please tell me I've got you through all of them. Yes, I have. So we'll get that through. And then as soon as you pull them out, now look at that. Come on, is that not just looking absolutely gorgeous?
It looks awesome.
Yeah, I even got a cute of our director, Charlotte, there. I tell you what, she's feeling the flower love. And now all I've done here is taught you a few of the very, very basic flowers, right? So I've just used one of the petal shapes there, and you've got two completely different looks just by using, I knew I shouldn't have touched it yet, it's not quite there.
Did you just stick to that?
There you go. Just by colouring them a little bit different and doing one as a cup and one as a bud. Now, if I just show you what I have here, so this one here, this is just 3 of these yellow ones pushed into place. So 3 of them together will make you this lovely little display. That's how I always like to get started. This, I think, is gorgeous. Again, just using some of the other colours from that collection. There's the blue one. So that's the same as what we've just done in the yellow there, but with the blue. This is the cup technique that I taught everybody in the earlier show. So go back and watch the Craft Vault show, Joe, and you'll learn how to do this. And then this one here, so this is exactly the same as what we've just done with the cup technique, but with this shape instead. So can you see, if you just cut that shape out, and then also you can draw in the middle of them. So I've just used one of my pens just to draw some little stamen bits in the middle of them. And then once you heat that up, they're going to heat up and give you that sort of finish in there. And if you want to do a headband like the one that I've got on, all you do is a mix of different types of the cup, the bubble, the flowers, the different shapes, in the different types and colours of foam, and then just stick them all. Do you want me to take it off so you can see it?
Yes, please.
If you just stick them onto this is just a cheap headband, and they've just all been glue gunned on to that cheap headband. But you've got mixed, there's the lovely cuppy ones. That is your, that's the peony that we do as well. So you've got all different types of flowers in different colours in there. Gorgeous.
Absolutely love them. I think they are beautiful. So much you can do with them. I think you guys we've oversold the 7 p.m. show a little bit, Sarah, because the comments are getting a bit out of hand. Susan says,
Nice.
can't wait to see Joe. You're going to be fantastic. Will says, Joe's always got such great ideas for crafting. It's about time Joe tried out some crafting. Really looking forward to it.
I would laugh my socks off if you got the biggest tuning show of the whole day, Joe.
Can you imagine if loads of people watch and then I end up sticking myself to the iron and I end up gluing my shirt to the counter or something? It could happen.
It's a feasibility.
It could happen. Extreme crafting with Joe. That'll be at 7 p.m. tonight. Alison says, it's my husband's birthday today. I made him the You Mean the World to Me card from the Year of Craft. How lovely is that?
Oh, lovely.
Liz says she has made...
That's a much better idea than making him the... what's that lovely sentiment we have one about quirky stamps? About loving you so much every day except today.
Except
today you're a bit annoying.
Yeah, don't send him that one. Liz says, I've made crepe paper flowers with the dies. The quilling ones work really well too with crepe paper. Susan Rushton, the gorgeous Susan, says, Joe, are you taking notes so you can try the flower forming later during your solo show? It would have... Well, I'd thought that I'd come in tomorrow and I'd bail on the crafting bit, or I'd do something a bit easier with like an Ultimate Pro or something from our craft house show. But Sara's having absolutely none of it. So I'm going to have to give it a go, aren't I, in that later show. Make sure you join me. I've got a few other ideas of things that we might do in that show as well. But you have to tune in at 7 to find out. 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Let me recap for you the flower forming foam collection. Not just foam, of course. Yes, you're getting two beautiful foam collections in here because you are getting your it's your floral bouquet and also you're getting your foliage greens in there. Then you're getting 3 die sets as well. So what you're getting here is you are getting the lily, my favourite flower, the lily. You're also getting the clover, which is the one that Sara's just used there, and you've got the gorgeous rose. I think the rose is the one that I might have a go on later, Sara, you know. I've got my eye on that. I do love a gorgeous rose.
Whatever you want to try, Joe.
Fabulous. £35, $54 if you want to get hold of that. We're going to get back to the Edgeable collection because it's so busy on the Edgeables. Let me just share with you again the Edgeable dies that you're getting included in there. I've got myself in a bit of a tiver here. Here we go. You've got the thank you, which is this one just here. You've then also got in here as well the holly berries, which are fantastic. And you're going to get the balloons in there as well, the Luftballons if you are German. So £35 or $54 if you want to go for that one. So do make sure you get stocked up on that. Let me show you what else is coming included in that big collection. So you're getting the 3 dies in there. You're also getting the 2 card stocks as well. So you're getting not just any, I mean, it's not like what we've done is, you know, giving you anything other than the absolute best. We're giving you premium Centura Pearl cardstock in here, cherry and baby blue. You've also then got the tape pen, the blending tool, and you've got the brush and sponge tool there as well for you, which is absolutely awesome. £35 or $54 if you want to go for that. Carol says, Joe, we need to get you on the Craftaganza as a crafter during the day and an entertainer in the evening. I so wish you could have one right now. Oh, I do as well. And Maxine says, oh, don't worry, Joe, we'll be joining you and can't wait to see what you do. No pressure. Teresa says, when I try to form the lilies, sometimes I tear the foam. Is there anything that I can do to stop that happening, Sara?
Yeah, I do exactly the same. And it's just if I'm not paying attention, I'm being a little bit gung-ho. The lilies are very, very delicate, so just take your time on them. It's the best advice I can give you.
All right, brilliant. Any more questions that you've got, any more pictures that you want to send in to us, do get them in. We've only got about 20 minutes left on the show, but I reckon that's still time to get a load of creativity in. Don't you, Sara? 20 minutes?
Oh, 20 minutes we can get all sorted. And then don't forget, we're only halfway through Sara's Super Saturday. So you've got another show coming up. So it's brilliant that you're watching us now. After this, you'll get an hour's break. And then I've got a Craft House special on the Ultimate. Now, if you want to see what I'm going to be doing, go and have a look over on my Facebook page because I posted pictures of it. Things that you guys have asked for. So I'm going to start back from basics and go really nice and simple and show you some of the kind of start points. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do the matchbox style. So you know, Joe, when you do the box and then it slides in and out, I'm going to show you how to put 4 of them in one place with an easel card on the top. And then we're also going to do that little chest of drawers, you know, that opens diagonally, it's got the little drawers in. Wonderful for like if you're making fudge, for example. It's like presents and you can put pieces of fudge in the drawers of that.
Oh,
we
delicious.
should maybe, do you know what we could do? I've still got some of my homemade fudge at home. We could make that, I could put some fudge in it and we could give it away to someone with some of my homemade fudge in the actual stack of drawers. if you're tuning in live. Now, if we are shipping that all the way to America, well, no, it's still, they're getting there in 2 or 3 days in America, and it's just sugar. It's going to be fine, isn't it? Right, so make sure you join us in that show. So that's going to be the one coming up at 4 o'clock UK time. So
can I enter?
Just over an hour. You are not entering, Joe, because you are watching that waistline.
Really
I am in a bid to get as much of the fudge out of the house as possible.
Georgina's eating fudge right now in the gallery. Right now they're eating it in there.
They're killing me. I mean, fudge, brownies, there's flapjack in there. The only thing I didn't get made was some scones yesterday, so I'm going to make some fresh scones in the morning. I'm going to do some fresh Danish pastries in the morning. And honestly, that's my weekend. You know, everybody has their own thing of how do you relax and whatnot. I do loads of baking on a weekend, and then I have to get it all out the house before I eat it. And as my weekend kind of split, so because I was coming in today, I took yesterday off, and it's half term with the boys, so we did all of our baking yesterday so that I could bring it all and you could eat it all today.
Awesome. Shall we do a little vote for the demo of the show before your next demo? What do you think?
Well, but what if this demo would win demo of the show?
Okay, let's do this one.
How about we do this one?
And then we'll do it.
And then we'll vote on demo of the show, right?
Brilliant.
Because what we're going to do is we're going to do a nice, quick and simple one back to the edgeables, right? So I'm getting out the happy birthday. Now, as per the request, so we had a request in from Penny Rendell. She was saying, can I show you how to paper piece the balloon? So the demo that I got ready to show you on the show was going to be this super simple one. However, if you were watching earlier, I showed everybody how you could foil. So we've actually foiled all of these balloons to go on the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm then going to use a piece of acetate. I managed to find a piece of acetate. So we're going to make this card. We're going to stick the acetate behind, and we're going to piece in the balloons as well. I love doing crafting on the fly in these shows as it was, right? So here we go. I've just got a piece of regular piece of card, folded in half. This could be one of your ready-made card blanks out of one of your kits if you wanted, Joe. Remember what I said to you with the edgeables is they've got an outside cutting edge, so it's going to cut on this outside, stay connected here. So you can see it starts there and stops here. I'm just going to take that tiny little bit out there, that's right.
I've just got a comment in, Sara, and it's actually made me quite emotional. Veronica's messaging. She says that she has a son, her son Nathan, who's 5 years old, and he's mostly non-verbal, Sara. Right. However, he's just asked his mum Veronica if she'll get my later show up on the tablet for him so he can watch it later tonight.
Oh,
how lovely is that? Honestly,
Joe, you better be good. You better be good now, is all I can say.
Is he asking that because he wants to see me burn myself on the glue gun and the iron, though?
Well, that could be quite likely, but that is...
We could have invented slapstick crafting, Sara.
Do you know, my boys will be watching you at 7 o'clock
will
tonight.
they? Fabulous.
Yeah.
How lovely is that, though? So lovely. So pleased. Thank you, Veronica.
He's under pressure now. He's under pressure now. I can't wait to see. Is it really bad that I'm kind of hoping that he messes up in a big way and then we can cut it out for the bloopers and play it in all
I think it's going to happen. I think it's a foregone conclusion, Sara, is what it is.
In fact, I might text somebody and have them on standby ready to cut bits out of that show to play on Craig's wake-up call on Monday. Not that I'm expecting you to mess up at all, Joe.
we will see.
Right, so are you ready? All I'm doing is taking all of that out now, Joe. So we've now got, now these are what you would keep and go and foil. We've obviously already foiled ours. Watch what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this behind. You must use the dotty tape pen when you're sticking all this sort of stuff.
Otherwise you'll get, I wouldn't call them this, but some people call them glue bogies.
You'd be calling this what?
Glue bogies.
Glue bogies, yeah.
This is what you get. No, I wouldn't call them that, but some people call them that.
Some people do call them, oh, that one, right to the end of the tape pen. Tell you what, it's a good job we sell tape pens now, sometimes on offer a whole box at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know so many of our customers go through them at a pace of knots, just like we do. Right, where have I put that acetate? Here it is, right? So I'm going to pop this in place. I'm going to stick this down there like that, so that that is perfectly stuck all into there, right? And then what I'm going to do, I've stuck that behind, right? So that's why you're going to leave that. By the way, if you ever get that, do you notice I'm a little bit obsessive at always cleaning the...
You love it, don't you?
Every time they cut away to me, I'm doing another clean on my my glass mat. I am a bit terrible for it. Right, here we go. Because I don't like to get glue stuck all over. And I'm going to trim this down here. That is going to trim right to the very, very top of there, right? So we've got this here now. I'm going to pop into place, so I've just got some little bits of card that I'm going to pop on the front here, Joe. Is that going to fit, or have I cut it a little bit tight? Let's have a look. No, you're fitting all right there. Perfect. So I'm just going to do this and then wrap a little bit of ribbon around. As long as everyone can see what I'm doing, Joe, I'm happy to take questions while we're live.
Well, Teresa has said, do you, the Ultimate Pro that we're going to be featuring in the Craft House show with the lovely PPE Pam, Teresa says, is it going to be the UK or the US version, Sara?
So I am featuring the UK version in this one. We can absolutely, I've done a masterclass on the US version, which we did in birthday. Well, I did it on both versions here. However, lots of people at the moment have been getting hold of the UK version, Joe, because they've been buying so much of our A4 cardstock. So I thought I'd do all the masterclass with the UK sizing so that anybody who's really wanting to understand why, you know, if you've already got the US version, why might you want to buy the UK version? We will be covering all of that live in the show today.
Fantastic. Make sure you join us for that. About an hour and 15 minutes time, we'll be up with that show. Lots of you already been shopping ahead, is what I'm hearing. Is this your fabulous bow trick again?
This is my trick. So look at this.
This is my favourite thing that happened last week, this.
So, did you know, I stuck that round, didn't stick it on the front, and then if you get another piece of the ribbon and tie this other ribbon around there and pull it tight, right, you end up with a really nice bow on the front here. And I'm going to just cut these now.
I'm going to do this on my presents when I wrap gifts, you know, rather than trying to do it, because you use such a smaller amount of ribbon, don't you? It makes so much sense.
Yeah, and also, I don't know about you, but I always used to get really frustrated that when I wrapped it round and tied it, didn't tie as nice. And that looks great. And then I'm going to pop my little birthday wishes just under here like this, right? So that's going to go under there, though I've tied that round, create that faux kind of effect as it was, right? Now, into here then, all I'm going to do is tacky glue, decant it into a little one of these, and you're going to put your tacky glue and put plenty of tacky glue into these. Now, someone was saying, can't remember, they said they doesn't look very, very good from the back when they finish. So this is how you do it. You basically use tacky glue, because tacky glue is going to dry completely clear. And because they're large areas, notice that I took the fine tip applicator off my tacky glue, just use it like that. And then I'm going to piece these in, Joe, ever so carefully, but the tacky glue will give me that manoeuvrability to piece them perfectly into place.
Lots of people requesting that you post your fudge recipe on the Crafter's Companion blog, Sara.
Well, listen, right? Here's the thing. I used to do a fudge, and I've posted my fudge recipe several times in the past, right? You can go back, you can find it, it's on my Facebook page, on my Instagram, right? If I'm being totally honest, Joe, relatively recently, Chris from the cafe came with some fudge, and I thought it tasted nicer than my fudge.
Oh, have you switched up the recipe?
So I've switched up recipes, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to say what the recipe is, because it's so easy,
oh,
it's
come on, we need to know.
And then you won't think, right? Do you want me to walk you through it?
Yes, please.
So, you get a tin of condensed milk, right? Love condensed milk. Into the microwave for 2 minutes.
In the microwave?
Well, don't put the tin in. Decant it into like a bowl.
In the microwave.
Put it in the microwave, right? Then, take it out, it's nice and warm. 2 bars of 100-gram white chocolate.
Right.
And a Terry's white chocolate orange, right? Break it all up, put it in. Just keep stirring it for about 3 minutes, right? And the chocolate melts in the condensed milk. Pour it into the dish and let it set.
No!
That's it.
What? Yeah. Hang on, you've blown my mind,
I know.
Sara.
And this is why I was a bit embarrassed to tell everybody what it was.
Microwave fudge?
Microwave fudge. That's what you've been eating. I mean, literally, we could make this at work, Joe. It's that easy, right?
But so also it's quite low sugar as well.
It's quite low sugar.
Well, because you normally
it's only got 3 bars of chocolate and a tin of condensed milk and hardly any sugar at all.
But you'd normally add a load of brown sugar into it too, wouldn't you?
Yes, yeah, I would normally add a load of brown sugar. I mean, there is loads of sugar.
For the little wins there, little wins.
Yes. So that is literally, that is it. And I've also done it with dark Terry's. I bought loads of the Terry's white chocolate oranges at Christmas, right? I've got a stash of them in the pantry. And then also I've done it with like the regular Terry's chocolate oranges and 2 bars of milk chocolate.
Have you experimented with a bit of Baileys Baileys in there yet?
Well, so I did, right? And all that happened is it didn't set.
Bit wet.
So I now need to work out, I now need to fudge it a little bit.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. So I now need to fudge it a little bit to work out how much more chocolate I need to put in to get the, to kind of make up for the fact that the Baileys
Maybe you need
is a
to
bit
reduce the Baileys down a bit in a pan. That might make it a bit easier as well.
That's not a bad idea. Because the thing is, you could say, well, just don't put as much Baileys in, but then it's not as fun.
That's not the point,
Right?
is it?
So yes, honestly, that is absolutely so easy to do. Right?
You've blown my mind. If that's all you take away from our shows this week, I mean, that's a life hack.
It's been
right
a successful show. It's been a successful show. I feel like I've given away my top secret here, though, Joe. Like I'm a little bit gutted. So now when I make fudge, and it's like. So now you're not thinking I've slaved over a stove. But I will add, I just added the fudge so that my little display of stuff that I brought in, Joe, looked a little bit more, because there was fudge and chocolate brownies and also the banana and chocolate cakes, because I hide banana in them so the kids eat more bananas. And then we've also got the flapjack. So basically I had a nice little platter.
You need to
calories.
Pop yourself over to my Facebook page, Joe Reynolds Crafter's Companion. You'll see the picture. I've posted it on there, and it's on our Instagrams as well. Oh, it is heavenly. That card looks brilliant. I think it's so effective with that one colour of foiling in there, Sara.
One colour. Now, if it's time to vote, you want to see all the cards we've done,
yes,
okay?
please.
So, hey, I've done quite well today. I will just scoop them all up, guys. Scoop them
You've
all
made
because there's
loads.
so many. Right, so you've got that one. And then we've also got the other edgeable that I did. So you've got the balloon edgeable, you've got the thank you edgeable. Then we've got the star foiling one. We've got the dragon colouring one, and you've also got the butterfly double-sided die one.
Awesome. You've got 4 minutes to vote.
4 minutes to
Lines
vote.
are open. If you do vote twice, you may still be charged, but your vote won't count. It's not how it is. I've always wanted to say that on TV on a Saturday. That's why. So I've got that in there. Yeah, you've got 4 minutes. Make your vote count, guys. If you do that over on Facebook or you're doing it across on YouTube.
I did my flowers as well, didn't I?
What flowers?
My flower forming
put
that I
those
did.
in?
I'm going to bring them up, right? I know I didn't stick them on here, but I'm going to bring this over as well.
Okay.
And so, yeah, you could vote for my flower for me as well, Joe. I'm going to just stand right in front of you and put them all out here.
This is the flower one
There you go.
that Sara's talking about. I love that on a little wooden plaque though. What a lovely idea.
It's nice. I bought a load of them off eBay one day, and now I use them for all sorts.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
I did. Do you know, there's a great thing on my Instagram story, actually. On my Instagram, if you go down, look, where I transferred a picture of the kids onto one of them.
I've seen
using
that.
as a coaster.
Really awesome. That is a really good technique, that one. I want to remind you of the double side. I want to remind you of the edgeables, which are these ones just here. So in here, what you're going to get is you're going to get thank you. You're going to get the holly berries in here as well. Not to be confused with Halle Berry. That's a different thing. You've got the holly berries. You've also then got the Luftballons in there as well. Do you know what Luftballon means? Air balloon. There you go, that's how it translates as. Yeah, so you got that in there as well. What you're also getting is the 2 packs of the cardstock, guys. You're getting the tape pen, 2 ink pads, the blending tool, and you are getting that brush tool in there as well. I'm guessing that sponge from the brush tool, if you didn't have the sponge from the flower forming ball tools, you could use the brush, you could use the one from your brush tool, couldn't you? There you go, 2 for 1. We love a 2 for 1. So make sure you get that. So that's really busy. I'm just going to put that there for a second. Let me also just remind you what you've got in the double-sided collection as well. I'm going to show you the butterfly one first, actually, because remember, the butterfly one it's worth £25 or $30. That the other one that's also worth £25 or $30, or it's worth $19.99 in the UK, $30 in the US is that one. That's $60 worth of value right there. You've also then got your Floral Delight, and you're also going to receive in there 2 packs of the cardstock, the Lilac and the Canary, which are beautiful tones, and you're going to get the Dotty tape pen in there as well. Everything you need. Now, I know we've only got about sort of 5 minutes left, Sara. That's always enough time to get an extra demo in, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, Joe. Where I'm concerned, we are mastering the masterclass. And remember, all of these, you can go back and watch the separate masterclasses again. Now, I'm just doing this to drop out all those little pieces. Perfect. Right, are you ready? Double-sided die
plates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these now. So this is your Floral Delights bouquet that's in this collection. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the actual bouquet in the green, and then I'm going to get the ribbons and all the accessory pieces in the purple, right? Then you've got the flowers to go with it as well. So I want one set of flowers in the yellow and another set in the lilac, which are all included in the set, right?
Awesome.
So if I make up that sandwich of all of them, and then that gets sandwiched in between our other double-sided dies, Joe, what you're going to end up with is, like I said to you before, a sandwich and a sandwich and a sandwich. So we've got all of these sandwiched together, and we'll get all the components for the one card all out in one go. Now, 9 seconds gets you everything you need for that one card. And if I just show you, this is the card that we're doing, folks, by the way. So you can see that lovely little design. What I've done, just for speed, right, is I've taken all of these, popped all the bits out, Joe. So can you see you've got like the little ribbons on there, all the little flowers and everything. I've done pop outs of all of the different pieces that we've got, and then all of the yellow pieces as well. So I've got all of these ready to go so that I can then show you all of them kind of put together.
Fantastic.
So, are you with this? So I've got them. But what I've done, Joe, just for kind of speed, because I know we're only a couple of minutes off the end of the show, is I've actually run them all through the Xyron.
Oh, fabulous.
So I've got them all sticky. So you can watch me sticking the whole card together while you're doing whatever chit-chat you have to do.
My favourite one won the card of the show, Sarah.
Which one was that one?
The dragon from the Aqua
dragon.
markers. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
Do you know what? It could have gone either way. I didn't know which one was going to win there.
I know, it's close, isn't it? The dragon as well. I'm going to pop your name and Masterclass on the back of there, Sarah, and pop it up onto the cabinet of creativity.
I love it.
How funny would it be if I wrote Leanne on the back and then it won?
Yep, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be finding that very funny at all. So, having said that, there's some pretty advanced cards in there this week. So
It's a good week this week, isn't it?
I know that it's going to be stiff competition tomorrow. So
I think Craig's got it in the bag this week, you know.
You do or you don't?
I do.
You do?
I think that Nitwit's pause for thought scrapbook page that he did might nail it. Do you know why? Because we don't do many scrapbook pages, and I know our US viewers love scrapbook pages, so they won't have seen one. They won't have seen the scrapbook page for a while, so I think that might get the votes. Or I do think Bernie with that amazing pyramid bag could be in with a chance.
That was incredible.
But then you've got your awesome pop-out numbers as well. So
well, I was wondering if I was going to get a mention there. If I'm being totally honest. I was thinking, is he going to mention my amazing pop-out number card? I mean,
of course I was.
As far as my cards go, that was like one of the most incredible ones I've ever demoed on Crafters TV, ever.
It was absolutely awesome. Eleanor says, Joe, my 7-year-old granddaughter is going to be watching you later today. She really loves watching you. She watches you all the time. I tell you what, it wasn't a way for me to get a load of compliments, but if this is the amount of compliments and love that I'm going to get, maybe I need to do stuff like this all the time. Yeah.
I think you should, Joe. I think you should. Well, hang on. We haven't seen how he's got on yet. But yes, hey, if it's going to be an entertaining show, nonetheless, I think that's... we're all certainly happy to watch that.
Amanda the Panda asks, Sarah, for the ultimate show later, what sort of cardstock are we going to need? A4, A3?
You're going to want your A4. As long as you've got some A4 cardstock with you, trust me, you'll be able to craft along with me. And then I'll be there live, folks. If you then say, hang on, I'm struggling with this, so what should I do, Sarah? I will be there for you guys live on the show.
Awesome. That is going to be fantastic. You're going to absolutely love that show. Linda says, good morning, Joe and Sarah. The best shows are the ones where you two are together. How lovely is that?
Oh,
that's nice, isn't it? So much. Like, everyone's in such a loving mood at the weekend, aren't they? I love it.
I'll have to do more weekends, Joe, if this is all the love we're going to get. Right, so I've stuck all those together. We're not going to have time in the last couple of minutes of the show to do all the matting and layering, but look how that comes together once it's matted and layered. And there's that card, just so you can see everything goes together. So you can just see those double-sided dies. I really like this one because it's just a little bit different, isn't it? It's just, you know, you can really tell you've got all those bits, but they all come from one die set in one go.
Absolutely. I think it's brilliant. It really is. So much you can do. The value is great because remember, you should be paying $30 just for the butterfly on its own, or £25 to get all of them. Let's whiz through the deals that we've showed you in this masterclass. It's been such a great month. We'll have to do this again, you know, the sort of little mini masterclasses. is. Yeah, I think it's brilliant. £35 or $54 for the foiling one. In there you've got rose gold and a whole host of other stuff. You've got your double-sided ones here you've seen with the 2 packs of paper and the tape pen. That was awesome. We've also got the Aqua markers for you as well. You had the watercolour cardstock, the stamp, the ink pad and the rocker blocks in there for you. This one here is your flower forming. 3 dies in there. You've got stamens and 2 packs of your flower forming foam. And we also had the edgeables. 3 edgeables in there, 2 packs of cardstock, 2 ink pads, a tape pen, a blending tool and the brush tool. Absolutely loads in there for you. Don't forget we do have the Foil Press UK only available on the show with 100 bonus points. Remember, double points until the end of tomorrow across absolutely everything on the website, which is absolutely fantastic. Sara, we're going to get a bit of a cup of tea, have a bit of a sit down and get ourselves ready for the next show, eh?
I'm ready for the next cup of tea. Maybe a little chocolate brownie to go with it. All I would say is you've got an hour. You've got an hour, go and get yourself a bite to eat, go and get a cuppa, have a bit of a break. The show I've got planned for you in an hour's time, you cannot afford to miss. Please, if you've got any questions that you want me to answer about the Ultimate, over on my Facebook page or on the Crafters TV Facebook page, get your questions in. We have got 2 hours of spectacularness coming up your way. I promise it's going to be a show not to be missed. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Get yourself ready and we'll see you back here and now. Don't forget to check out your baskets. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.